Hi guys, he's Vid.
And she's Min.
And I'm Tim.
Yeah, that was good. That was
And
good.
together,
We're Vitamin.
Vinmin.
Is it
Vinmin.
Vitamin? Oh, I thought you just saying
Vitamin.
Vitamin.
Oh, I did say that. I changed my mind.
No, that's
Let's
okay.
do that. We
No,
should
no.
definitely do that again.
No, we don't do it again.
redo all of
Okay,
it.
yeah, I'd like to redo it. Do you want to do it again?
No, it's
That was
fine.
fine.
It's fine.
That was fine.
good.
That's great.
Vitamin's great.
We definitely
Vitamin.
didn't say the same thing when we were saying who we were, though. Just to be clear,
Yes. So
that was a mess.
this is
I love
Tim. That's all. They know who we are.
Cool. I'm Tim.
That's Tim.
Now they know who I am.
Welcome, Tim,
Welcome.
to the Vinmin podcast.
Congratulations.
Vinsphere.
You've
I'm sorry, I
made
didn't mean
it.
to cut your name out of it.
No, also, yeah, don't worry about cutting us off. Also, it will happen more because it's
Also, I interrupt Vinny
Yeah,
constantly.
don't worry, don't
so
worry.
Cool. Do you?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the sort of thing I feel like I would have picked up on and got annoyed about. Like I used to listen to the Dax Shepard podcast, Armchair Expert, and his co-host constantly interrupts guests, and it's like, I can't listen to this.
Really?
You're so rude and annoying. But I haven't noticed that about you. I don't think you're rude or annoying.
I cut out all of the bits that make me seem
Oh,
rude or
brilliant.
annoying,
Yeah.
so,
History is written by the editors.
yeah.
I think we interrupt each other actually. It's 50-50.
Yeah, I think because I'm like, I don't
You
want
just
to.
did it. You just did it. Finn was halfway through his sentence and you interrupted him.
Because basically, whenever like Vinny speaks, you always make me think of something, and then I just get excited, and then I have to say it. Otherwise, I'll
Right.
forget. So
That's fair.
sorry about that.
So, do we have any loose premise for this?
It's the Tim app.
It's the Tim app. Yes,
Tim's
basically,
the host.
guys,
Finally.
me and Yaz. Well, it's Monday. See, Tim actually can see behind the scenes how late we record this. Like, when are we releasing this app? In like 3 hours?
Yeah, no, less than that.
You got 2.5 hours
2.5
to release it today.
hours. Yeah.
Yeah. So, me and Yaz, we basically, I think part of it is the pressure of it being the finale, because even though we've kind of reached a point where we're kind of chill. We're more professional podcasters now, I think, than we
Yeah.
were when we started.
We know what we're doing.
There's still the pressure of it being the finale of Vinmin forever potentially.
No. I refuse.
Yeah, so anyway, so we didn't know what to do, so we got Tim on. He's here to save the app.
Nice. I'm here. I'm hosting this week.
He's hosting.
And I have 2 guests. I have 3 guests actually. But currently only 2 guests.
You have 3 guests.
Yeah. Interpret that how you will interpret that. I wish I
Okay.
hadn't said anything.
There is
Balls.
something coming, I think.
Oh really?
That's my
It'd be
theory.
funny if we both organised the same thing.
I haven't Oh,
What?
I know what you've organised.
Oh damn it! I'm such a doof.
No.
I'm so bad. It's like whenever like Christmas or birthdays, me and my wife give each other our
You know what,
presents so
Tim?
early.
I
'cause
think
can't
if,
take
okay,
it.
put it this way: if Tim, what you've done is what I think it is,
Yeah.
I think you've saved the episode.
Yeah. Well, I think it's exactly what you think it is. Like,
Yeah,
it's not a great. It's a good idea, but it's not like
it's a,
I haven't broken any sort of.
you haven't.
Oh wow, that was such a good idea.
No. But it's what I need, and I think it's what we need. Maybe.
I think it'll be lethargic.
Yeah. Okay. We'll see. I might be wrong. Anyway.
I don't know what's going on. I don't
No,
have a
I
clue.
don't-
That's
Did I
because
just
you're
say
a guest. We're guests.
Lethargic. Cathartic.
Cathartic.
Lethargic is when you're not feeling very well.
Are you-
Well, yeah. It might be lethargic anyway.
Cool. But also, I'm not hosting this week unless you want me to. I'm not trying to interject myself into Vinmin and Vintinmin.
Okay. I
No,
don't.
We want you to host.
Yeah. It's okay.
Cool. All right. Well, this week, what we're going to be doing is, oh balls. Do you know how planned I am? I planned that one thing, and I really didn't think about when I was going to do it.
Yeah.
Got it?
That's okay.
Yeah, I don't know what to do. What do you want? I'm so bad at this. I haven't
No,
recorded a podcast in 4 years.
Leave it for now. Because, yeah, that's what I was going to ask. I wanted to ask 2 things. One, how do you feel about the end of Vinmin as a Vinmin listener?
I don't.
We haven't got much
I don't know what you're
feedback.
talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Just
There is no
denial,
end of Vinmin.
I think.
No. I'm in the denial stage of the lie that you're telling. Basically, the way I look at it is you both 3 months ago, or more, who knows? I don't know.
Mhm.
You were like, oh, we should record a podcast, not realizing how much you wouldn't enjoy it.
Yeah.
but you're gonna not do it for a while, and that while might be years. My voice just broke. What a great time to re-hit puberty. And you guys were like, oh, this isn't as fun as I thought it was going to be. It's a lot harder work.
Yeah.
So one of two things is going to happen, because when we stopped our podcast, the main reason was I couldn't commit to the time anymore because I just had Ezra.
Yeah.
And that was fine. But also, we were both like, like it is a lot of effort. It was no effort for me. It was no effort for me because I just sat down for 2 hours, recorded, and I was done.
You were me.
You were
I was yeah. And
Oh.
Harry said to me afterwards, he was quite relieved. He was like, this, like it. What I'm realizing how much work and how much stress it was causing me
Right.
editing these episodes. So, do you know how I know Vinmin's going to come back?
Okay.
Because you're going to realize, all we needed to do was to get someone else to edit the episodes. That way, you guys sit down for 2 hours.
Oh,
and
maybe Yaz needs to clock in.
No, not Yaz. Someone else.
No. But as in, because that's what I mean. As well as me.
I need to just clock in, clock out.
Oh, gotcha. Right. I thought you were
that's what I
suggesting that
refer
she
to
hadn't
as
yet
being-
clocked in.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
but you the way you said it made it sound like she hadn't yet clocked in. Like, come on, pull your weight.
No, that's just what I refer to my role on the podcast as.
Cool,
Just
yeah.
clocking
Yeah,
in
you
and
both
out.
need to just clock in, clock out.
Interesting. You know what, Tim? Interesting.
Maybe.
And I'm this close to volunteering.
Yeah, but to be
but
honest, I think we need also. It's almost like an
We need a
editor slash
producer
producer slash manager, like just someone to like direct us a bit.
yeah.
Maybe?
I'm realizing
With
I don't want
stars.
to do it.
Yeah.
But no, but there's a problem. I don't think I have the capacity to do it. I'd love to do it, but I'm realizing if I found out that you'd asked Joe to do it, I'd be really upset and jealous. So before Joe has a chance to volunteer, I'm going to volunteer to do it.
Okay.
But it can't be weekly. There's just no chance you'll get any episodes out.
No, I mean, yeah, that's our main problem, to be honest. It's just the weekly aspect of it, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I quite like editing actually, but I think it's just doing it every single week for like. I think it's cool that we've done it every single week for like 3 months, but I don't know how much longer I could do this for.
One a month.
So
1 a month.
1 a month, we might do that. We're
Possibly.
gonna come back for specials.
Yeah,
we're
we'll just.
saying.
I think we're gonna just see if we get the urge, and then we'll just do some.
Yeah,
and then
like
not.
when we have cool ideas and stuff, or when we can get people free for like to be guests.
Yeah,
Like, I
we'll
think that would
see.
be
I don't
cool.
really know. We'll see.
We'll figure
Anyway,
out.
no, it's just interesting because basically I feel like the main. I was expecting more of a reaction to us announcing us ending.
Oh no,
And
this is sad.
No, but it's most. That's how I am every ep. Like I'm always like, oh, there will be some. Like I don't know about you, but I always think like, oh, people are gonna want to message me about this, and they do, and you do, you know what I mean, Tim. But like, I think it's because we sit down for a while, and then it's just like someone's like, oh, cool, nice ep, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. That is what it is for people.
Your listeners are clocking in and clocking out.
Yeah, exactly.
You need listeners who also want to be a producer.
Yeah,
Should advertise.
Well, that's what this is. We're showing that if you're loyal, you can get on the podcast.
Yeah, all you have to do is tell Vinny you're coming on the podcast. No, to be fair, I told you after the first episode I was coming on the podcast.
You did.
And
you
then
did. And then I ignored you.
And I gave up
2 months.
telling you because you never let it happen.
Yeah.
But then today, I can't remember if I asked
Well,
you or
we
if you asked me.
we wanted
no,
to
I did.
do a thing, but we just did. I mean, we're here, and I wanted to like think of a fun, like thing to do, and I think also just because I hadn't spoken to you for a while, I was like, oh, I've forgotten how to talk to Tim. I don't know if it will work, but it's fine. But no, it's fine.
I'm quite difficult to talk to.
I was thinking not that you're difficult to talk to, but I feel like all three of us are kind of awkward people. I don't know if you guys feel that way about yourselves.
I don't feel like Tim is awkward at all.
But I didn't. When I was talking to you, I was like, "Oh, Tim's good at talking." And then as soon as I spoke to you, like when we called, I was like, "Oh yeah, Tim's an awkward person actually." Like,
Do you think?
No. I think you think you are. Does that make sense? Like,
yeah, this is
I don't know.
a hot take, Vinny.
Yeah,
I love how the term in my mind hot take means
sexy.
you're
take.
wrong.
Oh.
No, I don't think I'm awkward.
Really? Oh, okay.
No.
Shit.
I think I have the capacity to be really awkward if I don't know what
Yeah.
to say. My problem is, and this is why I married the best person I could have married, is she tells me when to shut up. Like she's like, "Hey Tim, you don't have to fill the silence. Ironically, I'm now doing a
Right.
podcast where that's a gift. But in literally, and my job as well. I teach grown-ups, so I'm just like
Oh yeah,
constantly
that's a waffle job.
filled with energy. You know
Yeah.
the coin adage where an introvert starts the day with a bag of coins,
No.
and every interaction they have to give the
Oh,
person the coin. By the end of the day, they've got an empty bag. I start the day with an empty bag, and every interaction I get another coin. Oh, one moment. I'm now hearing from my producer that we have breaking news from our correspondent in the field, Joe Rogan Garrity.
What? Hi, Joe.
No way.
I was right. Oh, Joe's outside. Oh, we can't hear you, Joe. We can't
You're
hear you.
muted.
Oh, you're
You're muted.
muted.
This is the thing. So yeah, it was what you're muted, Joe. So, what if Joe? This is the
You're
we
still
we just
muted.
gaslight Joe into thinking he's unmuted. Oh, he's gone.
That's your camera. You need to turn the microphone on.
Okay, quick before he talks.
You're-
Why is
you're
he outside?
literally
Any
muted.
guesses? Any guesses?
I already know. I already
oh.
know. I already know.
Oh, I
Oh.
know. Wait.
Oh my god, he's on his way to
Is he
Tim's house
skiing?
right now.
Yeah, Vinny's. Yeah,
Really?
can you imagine if he's on his way to my house? It's going to take him weeks. He's
What
he's
did you
in
say, Vinny?
he's in the mountains.
He's skiing.
He's skiing. Oh, do you
This
know
is a
what?
Brilliant
I was
segment.
gonna say he's in the snow, but I couldn't see any snow. I just had
Whoa,
a
just fine.
sense.
Joe, we can't hear you. I'm sorry. What is happening?
You're literally all you have to do is press unmute, Joe. It's so
Yeah,
easy.
it's not so.
It's not that easy. It's not that easy. He's going. It's not that easy. 1 second.
To clarify, it's not like you've got the wrong mic. It's just you're literally
It's
muted.
it's
You're
just
literally
muted.
just muted, Joe.
But for our audio
So
listeners out
so
there, Joe
passionately
is
saying no.
screaming at the screen.
For audio listeners, Joe is
It's
muted.
not Google
He sits
Hangout.
on
It's
mute.
Google Meet. It's Google Meet. Joe.
He keeps turning his camera on and off, and it's not doing anything.
Maybe Tim devised this. He was like, "Okay, Joe, your role is to call in and pretend you're muted
Oh
for 20
man.
minutes."
Do you know what? We hadn't planned it beyond me telling Joe what I was going to say before he joined. He's just messaged me. Permission for microphone was denied. Allow Gmail to access. Okay, go to settings and then allow access,
God.
and then restart the app and join again. It's so simple, Joe.
Yeah.
This is very unprofessional, Joe.
Imagine
Yeah, Joe.
being born in the golden age of technology and not being able to use your phone. That's you, Joe. I figured out why
Okay.
Joe's camera kept turning on and off. He was going to his settings.
Okay.
So how do you feel about the surprise?
I think that's amazing.
I think
but
it's good. I think it's good.
Well,
if
We'll see.
it's not yet.
it's
Although
not working currently, so
yeah, that's true.
Well, I am also recording my computer audio, so when Joe eventually
Oh,
does,
thank you. I see. I see.
yeah, I was wondering how that would work.
Okay.
currently
that-
not working.
Will that work for us? I think it'll be okay.
It will sound bad.
It will be.
Oh
fine.
my goodness, can we hear you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Joe's annoyed.
Okay, I'm now. This is going to be the worst to edit. I'm sorry, everybody.
It's okay.
Now Joe is heard, and I don't know how it
Okay.
sounds, but he's heard.
Oh, well, I haven't really got anything to say now.
That's alright. We did kill his momentum and tell him
I've
to
got
shut
a
up.
couple of things
Yeah.
to say. I've got a couple of things to say.
Before
One,
you say,
look how nice the holiday is. I'm really good
It's
on my
podcast,
holiday,
Joe,
wasn't
come
it?
on.
I'm very glad to be pulled away. Not really actually being passive aggressive and a knob. But how does it feel? I mean, this has got to be the best episode of the podcast of all of us on it, because this is Vinmin plus the entire Vinmin listenership.
Our most
It's
loyal
true.
listeners.
It's true.
it would have been the best episode if
Yeah.
your coming onto the show was the most abrupt entrance ever, because we didn't get any of your coming in. All we got was you suddenly talking, because the only audio is you just. I mean, we've got me introducing you and then it not working.
It's fine. It's fine.
I'm also quite drunk. So,
That's,
Nice.
How's your holiday? Is it going well?
yeah, very good. I feel over 10 times on the first day. 10 times.
10.
And 3 of them were very bad. I bashed my head.
Yeah.
Like, pretty bad. So I was like, not that confident.
I can tell from your face.
I'll send you the video. I
Bruises.
thought I'd trigger. You can ski, can't you,
I
Tim?
joked him. Well done.
How do you feel being surrounded by
I know.
the
this
rich
is...
skiers?
The bourgeoisie, the middle class.
Both me and Yaz have never touched a ski.
I know.
Wow.
I said to my mum in the queue for the plane, I was like, God, I hate that accent. It ain't you. And I was like, she was like, well, that's quite bigoted, isn't it? I was like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I get what you're saying, but I definitely have like a prejudice and aversion to a upper middle class / posh accent, because I think all these people are here and they probably all work for a bank. If I don't work for a bank, they probably all work for a bank. Do you know what I mean?
Joe's
Don't
about to
you
get
work for a
decked
bank?
from the side. He's just insulted literally everybody on the mountain.
Does he?
No, I do. Yeah.
Okay.
I
don't know you well enough.
Yes, what was going to be your second guess after bank?
Office? I don't know.
Brilliant.
I don't know.
What subjects have you covered so far, guys?
Well, actually, I just asked him a question, and I'll ask it to you, which is, as a listener, what are your thoughts on the end of Vinmin?
It's bullshit. I'm going to bring it full circle to the first podcast. You can't finish any creative project, Vinny. Dig out of me. Calling out at me on the first episode, saying that I can't stick and finish a creative project. You know.
Yeah.
It's going well. Like, we're loving it. Tim, you're loving it?
To be fair, he is finishing it. That he is.
Yeah, I'm finishing season 1. It's like I've decided.
Yeah.
Oh, sugar.
And I love the first the episode where you were like, you like had a realization like, is this someone's ritual? 100% it's my ritual.
Yeah, I
Like,
didn't
where,
realise.
you know when you have this is a big compliment, but you know when like Succession's back at the moment, or Game of Thrones, or Better Call Saul,
Yeah.
or 99PI, or Hamish and Andy, and it comes up in your queue, and you're like, oh shit, yes, it's that time of week again. And that is how I felt about Vinmin. Is you're like, oh, fucking fantastic. That's going to be, you know, and it definitely got to the top tier of. Oh, that's a big tray of shots. It got to the top tier of podcasts.
You can grab one if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, it got to the top tier podcast where it's like I wouldn't listen to it when I was falling asleep, or yeah.
It's not a full.
I was paying attention. I was paying attention because half the time it's like I wanted to express opinions. Like at my birthday the other day. Thanks for coming, by the way, Tim. Did you have a great time?
We brought that up as well, actually.
Honestly,
Really?
we'll talk about that in a minute. You go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At my birthday, I was like, here's my opinions on the last couple of things. Everything, everywhere, all at once, which is great hearing you talk about that. And it's so, I think it'd be so funny if I was like a regular on the podcast. It'd be so funny for you to talk about all the subjects we like, and then you start talking about race, and me be like, I am straight middle class white guy. I have no opinions on this. Yeah. How you feeling about your race at the moment, Vinny?
At my race, I'm
Our
feeling about it.
races.
Pretty
alright.
pretty fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tim?
It's kind of
Yeah.
alright.
Yeah. Are you asking me how I feel about my race?
Yeah, Tim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a loaded question, by the way.
Do you know what? Oh man. I wish.
Not good enough, Tim. Not good enough.
I wish. No, I know how. My race. I haven't got. This is too dangerous. I'm not answering that question.
But Vinmin's all about talking about pop culture, talking about like a 4chan meme about, you know, Vinny explaining an internet thing to Yaz for like 30 minutes, and all of a sudden they're talking about the ethics of euthanasia or something. You know,
Yeah.
It's all about those handbrake turns.
Yeah, I think it's really weird, Joe, how you so openly suggested that this is going to be the best episode of Vinmin, because finally the ratio to white people and not white people is at a level where you can tolerate it.
Clearly, that's why podcasts are successful. Right?
It's true, actually.
Like, we need to be heard. We need to be heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, what if this pops off?
There's too many ethnic minorities on this podcast.
Exactly, and that's why I've had several pints to get it, so I can finally express that opinion like everyone in it. Yeah, you're welcome.
Wow.
Yeah, breaking new ground here. It's quite funny because sometimes when you're talking about that stuff, I think, oh, everybody's raised putting this out on a podcast, and here I am.
This is really. Yaz gets worried about it sometimes, and I'm like, it's
For
fine.
sure. If I was your girlfriend,
I think if we were more
I would not let you
famous.
put.
If we were famous, I'd worry. Anyway.
Yeah, it's because you know me and Tim. Right, okay. quick listenership poll. Tim, do you like it when they talk about highly sensitive issues or no?
So I distinctly remember listening to the. Oh wow, this is good. The audio quality of this bit of the podcasting is so good. Not only is it gonna be bad, but you
Can
also
you hear
get
the background?
notifications.
Not
Yes.
that badly.
bit,
It's
but
fine. It just sounds like
okay.
fun atmosphere vibes.
It is. I'd rather. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's good actually. It's good. It's like it sells what you're doing. It's just like, oh, Joe's coming from some fun place.
You say it sounds like you're doing like I'm in a green screen studio. You're trying to pretend that I am actually on holiday. Go on, sorry, Tim. Hang on, Vinny, let the boss speak. Go on.
I can't remember what the question was.
I don't know, Tim.
It's fine.
I don't know.
Do you just want me to answer the question without remembering what it was? So I think generally I don't, but honestly I don't know how to answer a question you didn't ask. One of the things I thought as well, going back, this is top podcast skills. Let's take the conversation back 3 minutes. I can't fall. There's 2 reasons I can't fall asleep to this podcast. I don't want to miss any, but also because I wake my wife up with my giggling. Like, I'm like,
Oh, really?
and Becca's like, one of the boys is awake. I'm like, no, it's me.
That's funny.
No, it's me. I'm laughing at Vinny. Oh, wow. I love that noise. You know what that noise is? That's corporate joy. That's what that is.
That is actually. Yeah, it's true. It's repressed. It's like repressed joy.
Like SFM thing as well, isn't it? Sorry, you don't know. Yeah, Tim, I feel like you're curating a very good retrospective of the Vinmin era.
That's what we need.
This is your life.
Huh?
I said, this is your life, like the TV show.
Yeah, exactly. What was your favourite Vinmin moment?
Oh yeah, that I remember the question you were asking, and it's the most memorable Vinmin moment. The question you asked was, "What do I like when they talk about the moral dilemma?" I have 2 favourite moments. All of No Mikkel No, that whole episode.
Oh, really?
Absolutely brilliant.
Oh, I'm happy to hear that. I really like that.
I hated that episode.
Really.
Every time.
No, I can imagine you, because it's more. Joe likes when we're like super.
Yeah, I don't like the more.
Rehearsed stuff. Yeah.
Joe, you should mute yourself when you're not talking.
The Vinny apps.
Sorry, yeah,
basically.
good. Thank you,
That's
Tim.
all right.
It's alright.
Cool, and you should just mute yourself when you aren't talking as well. He's laughing, but he's muted, so you can't hear it.
He's not laughing, guys. He's not laughing.
So to answer both questions about moral dilemma and that's your camera, Joe. You're so old. And the favorite moment. One of the most memorable moments.
No. AI has come to your job, Tim. So
Yeah.
Let Tim
Cool.
talk.
Well,
listen to
okay,
Tim.
fine. Ask the AI how. Ask the AI
Joe
to some
needs to
code.
get
That's
revenge.
fine, but when it don't work.
This is what we. If you dig at Joe, he has to unmute.
yeah, exactly. I just have to exactly. You can't go, you Joe, then dig at me, and then be like, let Tim talk. So reasonable.
Do you know what? I can, because I'm the meeting host, so I can just mute you. So the this fun fact. This is being recorded on my work Google Meet because there's no time limit. Thanks, tech educators.
Thanks, Tech
cheers.
Educators. Are we sponsored?
Yeah, sponsored by Tech Educators. But if anyone asks, I'll deny it. You're not on brand. The answer to the question is, I distinctly remember. I think it's the first episode. I was walking back after getting my Beryl scooter, which is like a Boris bike, electric scooter, back from work. And Joe really wants to unmute and talk. I think. Go on, do it. You can unmute. It's okay.
I just want barrel scoot. I mean, what is
Beryl?
like,
Beryl, like the old lady's name.
Just a
It's a
fancy
brand
scooter.
it's a brand of electric bike and scooter that you can hire around Norwich.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know if it's a Vespa or so sorry. Let me mute myself, Tim. Let me mute myself.
You have autonomy over the output of your mouth.
I give way to the honourable member from ethics.
Do you? Because you just unmuted yourself again. So
Mute myself.
I was listening to the bit where you're talking about. I think the moral dilemma was like something to do with the Holocaust, and every time you came to a conclusion, Vinny would be like, "Yeah, but what if?" and then added one more thing. I found that really difficult to listen to. Like I couldn't not insert myself into that situation. That was really
That was
hard.
the first step, I think.
But it was really
Maybe.
memorable. But I
first
didn't.
one,
I
yeah.
didn't like it. And it also
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
the moment where I was like, "Oh, okay. I won't listen to this podcast with my wife. I'll just listen to it on my own because she won't like this."
So what did you want to say, Tim? Do you remember?
I remember being like, "I don't like this. Can it stop?"
Yeah.
Oh, you wanted to shut it down.
Yeah, I didn't like it. But
favourite moment of Vinmin is when
most memorable moment. My
most traumatic.
My favourite moments are, without a doubt, and this is why this podcast for me needs to carry on, but also it's interesting because it's not the recipe for success. Is when you talk about me and Joe, like I'm grinning ear to ear, like my cheeks start hurting.
This is everyone though. That's what people like.
Yeah, I liked it when you call people out, but then also I got jealous when you call people out I didn't know. Or if you were calling Joe out and it was like, I haven't mentioned my name in a while. I feel like there's something you could say about me in this situation.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's
Wow.
great.
Joe's unmuted and talking to somebody else.
We should get this going.
Get it?
Yeah, we should get to what's what?
No.
Sorry, Tim. Well, I'm muted. Oh man.
Honestly, I think maybe both of you, because it's our podcast. I don't care. Do you care about the chaos audio stuff?
No, I think it's fun.
I enjoy it. Don't worry too much. It's funny.
You're going to have to put a disclaimer at the start of the episode. I'll record one of you afterwards.
But, no, that's interesting. Though. Okay.
Wow. Well, okay, you go. Yeah, he gave way, so you go.
But he didn't mute himself.
No, I just thought it was interesting. I totally forgot about the Holocaust.
That is not acceptable. that is really bad. As a straight white middle class male, I am really upset about that.
That's really bad. No, it's because it was about fatherhood, Tim.
Yeah, you were talking about would you kill your son? I was like, no.
It was.
It got dark.
Sad.
It got dark. Stacked,
Very
did you
dark,
say?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was stacked with darkness.
Cool.
I'm such a. Whoa, what happened there? Joe's putting filters on his video.
What?
Joe, this is a podcast.
Joe's currently a moon.
A winking moon. You're muted, but it's wonderful.
As soon as he speaks, the illusion will be broken, though.
So we use Google Meet for all our lessons, and it's such a distraction. You can set any picture as your background, and one guy figured out how to get videos as his background, and he put all of Despicable Me as his background. It was good.
I'm not filming you, so I'm on a podcast. So.
Oh my gosh, this is incredible. Oh
god.
I feel like
people must think you're a big shot, though, Joe. If you're having to podcast while on holiday,
mid ski.
Yeah, mid ski, true.
I've said that it's going to be uploaded by the end of the week. So before we leave, it's going to be,
Can I offer an alternate perspective to people? Must think Joe's a big shot. Everybody there has a podcast because they're all.
Wait, you need to mute, Joe. Sorry for this one.
Everybody there has a podcast because there's a whole bunch of upper middle class white people who think their opinion's really important.
Fuck those people. Fuck both of us then. Yeah.
Have you heard my new episode of my podcast? We really destructure, the issues the world's plagued with right now for us straight white males. That's my impression of you, Joe.
Yeah, no, men need to be more toxic. I am for the call to ban the sale of podcasting equipment because there's a lot of stuff coming out now on TikTok and Twitter where I'm like, this has to be a parody. The kind of stuff people are talking about. The guy the other day was like, if you're 25 and don't have a Lambo, you need to take a look in the mirror.
No, I'm not. I didn't.
Have you not said that one? Yeah, the guy. He's like,
no.
It's so funny. He's like, I just realised it's so easy to get a Lambo. There's so much money out there. It's so easy.
I'm guessing he's a crypto bro.
Everyone who's 25 needs a luxury good.
Where's your money, Vinny?
Yeah, Vin, where's your money?
It's coming. It's on the way.
Vinny and Yasmin.
Yes.
What is your favourite moment of your little podcast there? And bonjour from Hawaii.
Joe, don't be coming in here and doing hosting stuff. So Yasmin, what's your favourite part?
I'm hosting Vinmin season 2 from this pub, from the Polar Bear pub in the Alps.
I've got a question. So just shut up for a minute.
I just realised I just showed you the pub with the background. Yeah, go on.
Tim. Yeah, what's your question, Tim?
I got a question. Shut up, Joe.
Yeah.
Okay.
So What's your favourite moment of the podcast during season 1?
Oh, that's a good question, actually. Thanks, Tim. We speak about it because we have like, not that we rank our eps, but we will after recording we'll be like, I don't know if it was like this for you actually, Tim, but we just know if it's a good ep for us.
Yeah.
And then
I think we want to know like if other people feel the same as
yeah,
us as
so that's
well.
kind of it. It's like after we record it we have an initial feeling and then we're like, how does this match up to everyone else's
Cool.
Like
So
responses,
how about the question
yeah.
I asked?
Like the last episode, we were like, that was a good.
Yeah, I really like
episode,
last step.
like-
I think it was maybe
better.
peak Vinmin in terms of just it was like, I feel like it was, I don't even know. It's very relaxed. It was very relaxed
Yeah.
and like just.
And we broke our record for.
Yeah, we got
number
most
of
listens on a
plays,
single ep.
yeah,
So.
number of
Wow.
plays in
The
a day.
people-
Jonah must have listened to it twice, 3 whole listens.
There you go.
I miss you guys.
What?
We miss you too.
Oh, but they're doing the Brooklyn Nine-Nine version. That's cool. Do you think? Do you like to get the opinions of all your listenership, though, not just me and Tim?
Yeah, what? So I get, because I know we kind of joke that nobody listens, but we have.
We have more regulars than we realise.
Yeah.
I think.
So
Interesting.
maybe
Three-
okay, because
three
as you guys
regulars.
said, this is your favorite. That's your favorite part. Shout out to Joe and Tim. Obviously. Shout out.
This will wake me up when I'm on the tube, when I'm come back from holiday, and I'm really hungover and knackered, falling over 50 times at ski, and I'm like, why? Fuck me up, work in the corporate world. That will wake me up. That will wake me up. Tim's exactly right.
That is the best part. No, I was just gonna shout out. So it's not many. I mean, it's like two. We shout out to
Our loyal listeners.
Chris, Erica.
Chris, Erica.
Who else is a regular listener?
Chris and
Is
Erica,
That, that
you
might
rock.
be it. There's
You
someone
rock.
else, I'm sure.
Maybe Callum.
Is it really that? Is that
I
how
don't
small
know.
the list is?
I don't know.
It feels bigger. Maybe that's just my ego.
None of my friends listen.
Yeah, well, that's what we've learned, that none of Yaz's friends are good friends.
Yeah. They're always asking me about it. Like, how's the podcast going? They sound so supportive, but I'm like, yeah, did you listen to it? They're like, no, not yet. I'm going to, but they just have better things to do.
Did you give out business cards for my birthday, though?
you did it for us by just
I announced
introducing us.
I had to go around the group in running Blood on the Clock Town and introduce everyone with fun fact, and I gave Vinnie and Yas, these guys have a podcast. It's great.
It's kind of good, but it just made us sound way more professional than
Yes.
than we are. So it was fun.
Yeah, well, that's good. You can, lay out.
fake it till you make it.
Yeah. Thanks for shouting out Yaz Climbs as well.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, Yas, come on. Aspirational Instagram. I want to be able to find something one day.
I'm kind of popping off. I've got nearly 300 followers.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
You could say you're climbing up, you're going up a C2, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was
You were
good, Joe.
close. It's a
Even
V2,
even
a V2
Joe,
thing.
before he finished
Oh,
that
it was
joke,
so close.
was like, "Oh no, that
Say
wasn't
you're
funny."
into climbing. Timmy, you're into climbing.
Yeah, I like a bit of bouldering.
Yeah, I can see that actually.
So within your wheelhouse of hobbies.
One of the best. I'm not good at it. Let's just clarify. I'm not good at it. One of the best. I think it was. I honestly can't even remember what. This is okay. I'm about to reveal that I'm upper middle class white male. I can't even remember what country it was in. You know. But we were at. I think I'm pretty sure it was Cornwall or Devon.
Just one of many mountains.
Oh no, it was definitely Cornwall because we were in holiday in Devon, but we drove down to Cornwall for the day. It was like this cove that was really difficult to get to. It was well known, but because it was so hard to get to, there weren't that many people there. And we bouldered like all around the cliff basically.
That's cool.
And at the end, jumped into this massive cave. It was cool, but you know what? I hate water. I hate open water. So the last bit,
So do I, mate.
dark cave. What the hell? The dark cave where you couldn't see the water because it was dark and it was black, and I was swimming and there was lots of water all around me. Like
Yeah.
I would happily forgo the joy of the bouldering to not do that part again. That was ugh.
Yeah, that's.
Were you climbing above water?
Yeah. So if you fell in, you just fell in the water.
Oh, interesting.
Did that help your climbing ability?
That's kind of scary.
Did you dial in like your strength and your adrenaline? Did it help your bouldering like grip and like all that stuff.
No, it wasn't that difficult. A clam.
I think Tim might be a secret insane climber.
Really?
Tim, have you ever been to an indoor gym?
Yeah, they're fun.
Climbing gym.
They're good.
Oh, okay. Because climbing outdoors is really hard.
It's really flipping hard. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
We went bouldering at High Tor a couple of weeks ago in Devon. That was really fun, and I realised I am out of shape. I have no upper body strength, and I weigh more than last time I went bouldering.
We should go bouldering together. We should have a Vinmin bouldering
Yes.
sesh.
And do it as a podcast.
Hobbies that Joe can get involved with.
Joe, you can. This is my thing. You can.
No, I can't.
Yes, you can.
Vinny.
What can't you do?
Vinny, no, I can't.
What can't you do?
Climb walls. I weigh a lot of. Look, honestly, this skiing thing has humbled me so much. The first day, I was like, I'm wicked. I'm so good at skiing. You can't wait till you see me. I fell over 10 times. I'm just repeating myself now, but I absolutely buffed it. I buffed it big style yesterday. I really did. Day the visibility was better, but I realised because I put on 2 cents to the last day. No hope, Holden. No hope.
Basically, you have the strength. You have the strength to climb a wall. It's just a mental thing because you're worried about falling because maybe your weight or whatever.
No.
No, you are. Trust me.
Calisthenics are harder for someone who weighs more.
No, but it's not. Basically, this is the thing. When you start bouldering, everyone thinks it's like calisthenics, but you literally just stand up on your feet.
Pause. I know what calisthenics is, but I think Yaz needs it explained.
No, she
I
knows.
know, I know.
Yeah, okay,
Anyway.
yeah, I know you know. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it
I'm
is.
not upper class. No.
Would you like to explain it to the listeners? Explain it to the listeners.
Yeah, the listeners don't get it. I get it, obviously.
Obviously, if Tim were to explain it, he'd say it's body weight.
Okay, let me tell you. Calisthenics is just raising your heart rate on a regular basis, so you lose weight.
No. You're doing that test one, Tim. You meant to say it was body weight exercises. So I'm moving my thing close.
Yeah, the whole point is about taking your body weight and moving it around.
So press ups, handstands, all of that. That's what you're about to say, right?
Use your own weight against you. That's calisthenics.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's a good explanation.
Yeah. I just imagine.
No, but basically, it's just not. It's more just standing on your feet, and you don't use your arms that much.
I do that every day.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm really good at that.
It's like walking upstairs, but harder.
I'm not good at that. I get the lift.
No, it's hard. Anyway, I'm just trying to encourage the bouldering gang.
How do you think this has gone so far, dynamics wise? I think you're a bit drunk, Tim, but I think we can probably
I
flow
think it's good. I'm just worried about audio, but I don't. I think if audio's even fine-ish, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's good.
I mean, this show's getting cancelled anyway, so it doesn't matter.
No, it's a good.
Do you say something bad?
No, because they're stopping.
We're cancelling it.
Oh, I see.
Like they were supposed to be a
Self-cancelling.
season of 26 episodes, but they got cut short, and they were like, "Oh, it was just stopping at
Yeah, it's the
11.
budget.
It's not making any money. We'll just put some home renovation show on that spot instead."
Oh, you mean literally cancelled? Sorry, the
Yeah.
bloody culture wars got me to the point where it cancelled. I thought you meant
Because you're so affected by it as a straight white middle class male.
Yeah, exactly. When is Vinmin season 2 then? Not to be that guy, but
Yeah.
Season 2, who knows?
We're trying to be as we're not trying to be mysterious. We're trying to say that's cancelled because it.
why
It
don't
is.
I ask ChatGPT when Vinmin season?
Why don't you ask ChatGPT when? Yeah, it'll be.
Speaking of that exact thing, Joe. By the way, season 2 of Vinmin is going to be called. It's going to be called Vintin Joe. Vintiminarity.
Tim and Joe, yeah.
And it's
that'll get the numbers up.
and
That'll
it's
really pump up
D&D.
the numbers,
It's D&D, but not D&D because D&D's terrible. It's going to be RPG, and I've already written the first one.
Yeah, Tim was telling me.
Huh?
Tim's made an RPG that we could play. Did I tell you this?
Really?
Oh yeah, no. Event to game engine.
Yeah, that's not what it's called.
No, hang on. It's called. It's got the little octopus logo,
Yeah, that's the logo.
and it's called Action Game Engine.
Nope.
AGE, isn't it?
No, it's
No,
not.
that's a.
None of those words are in it.
Hang on.
It's called.
Nearly there. It's a free word thing, isn't it?
Nope.
And I played around with the character generator. It's really cool. It's really cool. Really, really cool.
Basically, my friend Harry, and I'm not going to say the name because it isn't out yet.
Okay.
My friend.
Sorry.
That's all right. It's okay. You got it wrong, so it's all good, Joe. None of the words in the real name of it are you said out loud. So the Harry Hunt basically was like, I want to write an RPG that if you go to the pub with your friends or a podcast, you'd be like, okay, let's play a game. I'm gonna mute you, Joe, because that is loud. And then let's play.
I need to go for Smash. I'll see you guys in a bit. Bye.
All right.
Well, the idea is, let's go to the pub and I can pause this. Ridiculous 27-minute recording. And I'll send that to you. To clarify the game, and then let's move on because it's not that interesting.
No, that's cool.
Is basically, let's go to the pub. I want to play D&D, but I've never played before. Okay, well here's this like 100-word thing you have to read. Now you know all the rules you need to know. But I've made an app which is like a character generator, and it's got everything that the character can do. You can interact with it on the app. So the idea is instead of having a character sheet or character generation, you click a button, you've got your character. It's really easy to keep track of everything, and it's really easy to play. It puts story over rules. Yeah,
It's cool.
I think it sounds cool.
It sounds too good to be true when you put it like that, but I think it's good. Like I'm confused. Like
it's not unique, but
but it's
the
cool.
character
Like,
generator
just
and the
seems hard to do.
interactability is unique, and I think it's one of the simplest TTRPGs I've come across. It's called an OSR, Old School Renaissance. Wow, you really shouldn't have started me talking about this because I could talk.
Wait,
about
that's
it
what it's called.
No.
Oh no, that's
No. Old School Renaissance is like RPGs that harken back to D&D 1.
Oh, I see.
And are simple enough. Wow, Joe's back. That was fun. It was a nice bit of quiet. 1 second, Joe, don't talk because I've got to record. I've got to record.
We need to record Joe.
All right, there you go. Joe's been recorded again.
Cool.
You were going to ask me a question, and I was going to answer. I said, we'll come back to that in a sec. And it was an interesting thought. Oh, yeah, we got an email. You got an email.
We got an email.
Yes.
I think, okay, actually, so question 1 is, Joe, do you want to return to your family and friends at any point?
Yeah, they were having I genuinely got in there, and as I was getting in, for some reason, one of them was recording, the rest of them were gathered around the where the toilet door was, and one of them came out dancing, going, "Way!" and then everyone else like cheered, and I just didn't get the context. They were like, "You joined at a great time." I was like, "Yeah, great."
Why weren't you standing where you're
you should
standing
go enjoy
now
your
for the
holiday,
last half
basically,
an
is what
hour?
I'm saying.
What are you saying, Tim?
Why were you not standing where you're standing now for the last 30 minutes?
Yeah, good point. Good point. I just didn't trust myself to,
It was the vibes.
We need a proper sign off from you, Joe. So how do
Weirdly, I'm focused on my holiday, not being an audio engineer, but I should be an audio engineer at all times, really, shouldn't I?
once an audio engineer, always a white middle-class male skier. Joe, what is your sign off? I'm not trying to kick you off the podcast. It's like when you say I love you on the phone because you want them to hang up. I love you, Joe. Joe, love you, Joe.
High pressure question. We don't have a sign off on the podcast, do we?
And that's the
No,
way
no.
the news goes. Joe.
I'm Tim, and he's Vin.
No. That's crap. Don't do that. What do you want to say? Final words.
Includes me and
Joe.
yes.
Important note. This might be the last thing you ever say on Vinmin.
Wow.
Oh.
You got any wisdom? Any wisdom for the listener?
Will I give it to some of these people? Or no?
No.
Don't worry.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, maybe. Let's have a look. So the last thing I ever want to say on Vinmin.
Possibly.
The last thing ever.
Season 1.
Bonsoir. Bonsoir. Do you want to say anything? Say anything you want to sign off the podcast.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
She did it.
That's a great one.
Brilliant.
Wow.
Brilliant.
You're amazing, Joe. Great
If I
advice.
could say anything about life, the universe, and everything, it'd be smoke weed.
No, but you got to say AO first.
Ayo.
Otherwise,
Hey,
weed.
yeah. Well, that makes it okay. That makes it legal. Chill. All right, love you all.
Sorry, I wasn't trying to push you off the podcast, Joe.
I look forward to season 2, which I assume is going to be in May sometime. I'll give you a month.
Okay, May sometime.
Thanks.
If I wasn't actually in charge of like deciding, I would take bets from everyone, but I can't. It's corrupt.
Yeah, bias.
Yeah.
But me and the other listeners can.
You could actually. I will. We will endorse the betting system.
Yeah, but no, because I'm going to be in your ear the whole time, aren't I? I'm trying to help, mate. So.
Well,
True.
Joe, I'm the new producer, so I can literally decide when the next episode comes out.
Tim is hosting.
Jesus, cool. Plus, 11 here, and I want to make this first split, so I'm going to go.
Yeah. All right.
I'm going to go wrangle my family. Well, thank you. Love you guys.
Okay,
Thanks for so many laughs. And
Thanks for coming on my show, Joe.
Yeah.
Oscar.
Oscars.
He's going to win the Oscar next year.
Ki Kwan.
I'm going to say no. I'm going to say Jessica Chastain.
Oh, okay.
And do you know I think it's an underrated actor?
Yeah.
Who?
It is the underrated actor.
Do you know?
Is Barry from EastEnders, Sean Williamson.
Sean
Barry?
Williamson. Who's Sean Williamson? He's underrated. I'll tell you that. I don't know who he is.
You don't know who he is?
Do you
You
watch
don't
his...
know who he is?
Do you watch
That's someone who
EastEnders,
didn't-
Joe?
That's someone who
I've
didn't grow up in
EastEnders.
London, isn't it? All right.
This guy, you know Barry.
You do know Barry, and it's Barry okay. All right, let me just
Love you, Joe.
sign off very quickly.
Yeah, do it.
Barry.
Hang on.
His death was.
Oh, he's the moon.
Oh, the moon's back.
Spoilers.
Right, enjoy your holiday, Joe.
Yeah, will do. Love you guys. Au revoir.
All right.
That moon looks so ill.
Bye.
See you later, Joe.
Smoke
Bye.
weed.
Smoke weed, ew. All right, are you ready for...
That was fun.
Listeners, welcome back to... Shit. Okay, we missed a bit. Sorry. When I plugged my headphones in, so
Oh, that's okay.
it's fine. There's going to be a weird gap where yours is not synced with mine.
That's okay. Don't
Sorry.
worry. This could be our first ever late app. How are you going to edit this, Yes? That's my only question.
Do you want me to do it?
I'll
Do you want
make
me
it
to do it?
work.
No, it's okay.
Cool. I don't want to do it. I have no idea where to start. I need to be told. I hope one of the things I hoped about doing this episode when I was thinking about it when I was putting the kids to bed was I hope this episode's so good that they're like, yeah, we gotta keep doing this. This is too good. We've got a gift and we gotta keep giving.
That's
it to
you
the
know
world.
what? That's actually what last step was. I think a bit, you know.
Yeah.
Because
it'd be
when
like-
we got the thing, your lawyer's thing, and then because the whole season I've been like, can people please write in, because we do not know what to talk about ever at all. And then finally when people wrote in, it was like, oh, this is sustainable. Like it's like we
Yeah,
could
it was
just do
so
this.
nice.
we can just talk about, like, people ask us questions. It's like, wow.
So all you need is content.
Yeah, basically.
Content's all you need.
And
So
no, but it was nice, and just hear it, like, you know, Joe mentioned it, but like that we're a ritual is cool.
Yeah, just
I think that's
hearing like
nice.
other people's experience of Vinmin.
It's weird.
is
It's
really
weird
cool
because it's like we're not very up ourselves about the podcast, but it's cool when people are like,
No, I agree.
we like this. It's like, oh,
It's really easy to go into doing a podcast. I've got a whole one experience of it.
yeah.
But going in, like, it doesn't matter how many listens we get.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
Yeah.
And then being like, oh, we've only got 23 listens.
Yeah.
I want 50. I want 50 listens. Where's my 50? So yeah, I'm right with you.
Yeah.
My obviously very successful podcast in which
More
23
successful than ours, I think, so far. So
I mean the last episode, like episode 23, we got like 23 listens.
that's crazy.
But yeah, but it took a long time for it to get 23.
But also, Tim, you were a professional podcaster, unlike us. So
I mean, I was so good that you stole our intro.
Yes, we did. We also did that accidentally.
kind of, yeah. I think after like Tim reached out, and then I was like, haha, we stole your intro. Then I was like, we should just fully steal his intro.
Yes.
I have
It
been
worked so
waiting.
well.
I have been waiting for, and actually, I think you should do it this. We should do it this time.
the
And the
turn
listener will
hits.
have already heard it. Is after that I'm tin is
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah,
that
yeah.
song, and then cut back to immediately after what you were saying. So the flow isn't broken. It's just got a little theme song in the middle of it.
Sure, that's your job, yes.
I
Good
will not be doing that. Maybe next. It is season 2.
If I find the song, will you do it?
No, I know the song's linked in your. We listened to an
Kevin McLeod.
Yeah. I listened
Yeah.
to like a minute of your podcast before, like today. Just
Oh,
today.
really?
Yeah, just to be like, I don't remember why I did it. I was like trying to build confidence that we'd be fine. So I was like, oh, Tim knows how to podcast, right? and then actually, I wanted to bring this up.
Oh, cool.
We discovered a
Yeah.
mystery that has not been solved.
About my podcast?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Because I
Go
went
on.
your podcast, and then it's like 23 eps, like you say.
Yeah. Some of them are missing.
Exactly. And
Yeah,
I
I don't
noticed.
know why.
You
But
don't
the
know
ones
why.
that are missing.
The ones
What
that
we-
are missing seem to be the Tim eps. Because the first one that's on there is Tim needs a break this week because of he's had a child.
He's busy
So
being
I
a
think
dad,
you've been cut off. Basically, that's my theory.
which
You-
was
you've been written out.
episode 23. I
No,
think.
it was like 17.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
Oh,
18.
okay.
Wait,
Anyway,
so the episodes that I'm in aren't.
They're not
on it.
They're not. No, because that's what I was trying to try. I was trying to find an example of you
That's terrible.
podcasting. So I think that's in it anyway. But,
I have a question for you.
mhm.
Have you found you've changed your voice over the last 10 weeks? Like, I found that episode 1, I talk like this. It's not my normal voice. It's ever so slightly higher than my normal voice, and I hate listening to it. And then by the episode 23, I was talking like this for my podcast because I don't like the sound of my voice, and I know that it's deeper in my head than it is for you guys. So I'm gonna make it real deep in my head. I'm gonna talk like this, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about Magic the Gathering.
Have we changed our voice?
I feel like with the opposite, I think maybe we were more conscious of it
Yeah.
to start with.
I think, to be honest, it makes sense that you changed your voice, Tim, because your podcast was more like formal, like because it's like more topical. Whereas me and
Yeah.
Yaz, our whole thing is just like we're just trying to.
Conversation.
We're just
chat.
chatting.
And also the other thing is that I have been kind of. I've been doing like random.
I thought you were
stuff.
about to cry just then. You
Really?
were yawning, but it looked like I've been
Oh.
kind of.
Emotional,
And your face
but yeah.
contorted.
No, I'm alright.
Sorry,
actually.
carry on. Sorry, carry on.
I've been recording myself for like years, like like just doing random YouTube stuff and stopping, like since I was like 12. So I
Cool.
think I've gotten, because I don't particularly like my voice either. Like same thing.
No one
to you.
does.
When I listen to it, I'm like, oh my god, I'm like, what? Like it's
Why are you
weird.
talking like that?
But
Yeah.
I'm kind of numb to it at this point. I'm actually in a good.
Good.
I'm in a very good place with my own voice.
Cool. I
Um,
was. At
Yeah.
episode 23. I am not looking forward to listening to this.
No. Yeah. I don't
For
blame
2
you.
reasons. My voice,
Yeah.
Joe's audio.
I'm worried about Joe's audio. It's like a
Me too.
sledgehammer coming in. But it was good. No, thank you, Tim. It was a good. It was
a
good.
fun surprise.
I feel like
yeah,
this
thank
ep
you
has
for
been.
organising
Actually,
that.
I will say preemptively, good job.
Thanks. I'm a bit. I honestly, Joe's listening to this now. So hey Joe, hey future Joe. My plan was I had basically the plan was I was gonna run this episode and maybe season
yeah.
one. I was gonna run it like the Tonight Show.
Yeah.
And you were gonna be my guests, and then I was gonna bring Joe in for a 4-minute segment, and then ship him off. And he stuck around for 45 flipping minutes.
No,
with
it
his
was good
crowd. No, yeah, I'm glad he did.
Because that's
He's-
what I was
he's
thinking
hilarious.
actually. Like when I was before he came on, I was like, you know, just when you're in like, because obviously me, Joe, and Tim have hung out a lot, like
Yeah.
as in that like group.
And thankfully we all live in different cities now. So
Yeah.
although you two live in the same city, which honestly is
We don't see each other very much.
My
at all.
jealousy complex.
But anyway, no, I just it's
well,
like
we live on opposite ends.
yeah, we don't see
so-
Joe very often at all.
Which is like basically a different city.
Yeah.
I think.
Well,
But no, it's nice when like you can get the friendship group dynamic there, like because it's like I mean obviously I've spoken to you loads, but I haven't spoken to you for like years probably. So
No,
I was
I'm
like,
trying to
oh, I
remember
don't
a
know.
lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I mean I don't know when it was. Is what you're gonna say?
So the question is, I thought the last time I saw you was Ezra's christening, dedication. We
I
didn't get
think
christened.
it is.
But then I was like, I don't know if it is because basically the question is,
Oh.
would you have given me a bag of books?
Yes. No.
before
No.
Or
Yeah.
after that?
Oh, before or after.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, oh yeah, that was that time I came to your house.
My parents' house.
When was the
Yeah.
barbecue thing?
It would have
it
been
barbecue?
2019.
No, hang on. Well, shit, I don't know, man.
Summer of
How?
2019.
You know the thing I saw, the Ezra thing. Was that like celebrating Ezra being born?
No, so it's
Christening.
it's not a christening. It's like a christening.
How soon after
it's
was
a
it, though?
dedication. It was like 6-7 months after because it was in the summer.
Oh, I don't know then, because basically I remember going to like when I gave you the books, you had a kid,
I definitely had a kid.
but
I'm really upset as well because
Yeah.
the big one was The Room on the Broom, and Julia Donaldson is now our favourite author, but that book got wrecked.
oh, you actually read them. That's cool.
Yeah, no, it got wrecked not through reading, through ill storage, so we got rid of it.
Ah,
And I was
really?
really sad.
Oh.
And then about 6 months later, it became Ezra's favourite writer. Well, not that he has a favourite
Oh,
writer. but you know
really?
what I mean. So yeah, I'm always
That's
really
cool.
sad about that, and I wasn't going to tell you.
I mean, I got them at the book sale thing that our old work did sometimes.
Oh, really?
So it was kind of, it was thoughtful, but I didn't go out my way to get them. I was like, oh, a huge pile of kids books, I'll get some. It wasn't
Nice.
like
I'm so confused. I thought you worked at publishers.
Yeah.
yeah,
You do. You
did.
Did.
Yeah.
But now you
Uh,
got Lambo, so you don't need it. You're over 25.
Yeah.
Wait, how old are you? Don't
Yeah,
answer
I
that
was going to
question.
ask, I don't know who's older out of you two. That's what I was going to say. I am 25.
Maybe me. I don't know.
Wait, no, I know you were born in 94, weren't you?
I'm born in 95.
Okay, I'm older.
Oh, okay.
When
But
were
I
you
remember-
born? 94.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, you're similar age.
I'm
Which is funny.
definitely a millennial. I'm not skirting the millennial.
Really, yeah.
That was a big theme in your first episode, wasn't it?
It was
It
actually.
was.
Well, that's. I think that's in our like what's it about section?
Yes.
Like a Gen Z animal. Like that's what it
Oh,
is
yeah, wow.
originally. Anyway.
Oh,
There's just
throwback.
that does not properly set up.
But no, yeah,
what
you
your
are very
podcast is.
millennial. I would say, just in your vibe. I don't know how to describe it. Like your humor is very like millennial internet man humor sometimes. I
Slightly
think.
sarcastic.
Yeah, yeah,
Quips. Yeah,
yeah.
it's not great.
No, it's good. But no, yeah, I wanted to say, yeah, I think you're doing a good job because I think this ep is just like it's almost like we're being interviewed. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
And
That's
it's
what I
nice.
wanted to do.
Yeah,
That's what
no,
I wanted
thank
to
you.
do.
Tim.
Yeah.
I didn't realize you had a plan, and I'm slowly getting used to the fact that I'm trusting you more.
Yeah, but I think the problem is I'm interviewing you, and by the way, for the listeners, that was air quotes bunny ears with one hand because I'm holding the microphone in the other. But I think I've asked you like 3 questions. Which
No,
maybe is a
but
good interview.
me and Yaz, this is the secret to something. We're
Secret
not
sauce.
good about talking about ourselves, both of us, right? I think we're not good about talking about
Yeah.
ourselves, so we're just dodging all questions. And
Ask
trying
me if
to-
I'm good about talking to myself about myself.
Are you good at talking about yourself?
Well, that's a funny story. So let me tell you. That was boomer humor. That was not on brand with my humor.
No, but millennial humor is rebranded boomer humor.
It's true.
I think.
I think it's doing boomer humor and then calling it boomer humor.
Yeah.
As if it isn't the thing you find funny.
So yeah, which I'm definitely dodging questions a bit. Anyway, actually, I wanted to ask because we never
happy.
answered the actual first question you asked when Joe was here, which is what our favorite
Our favorite.
Vinmin moment was.
Yeah, I know. By the way, I called you out on that, and my joke didn't land. I
So
think
it's probably an audio thing.
but yeah, Joe said, "What's your favorite moment?" And you were like, and you were like full on politicianed it. You just answered a completely different question.
Oh really? Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I like the blackening trailer. I
Really?
think that was so cool.
That
Even
was
though
good.
We
I
listen
wasn't
was
to
in
it that
good.
bit sometimes because it's just so because I had this funny idea, like the blackening as an idea. I just came up with it as a funny idea one day, and then
Yeah.
I was like, "That's funny." But then
That
I was like,
episode
"I
was
don't
really
want to
good.
actually do anything with this. It's just an amusing idea to me." Like, because I like sci-fi, and I was like, it's an actual like, it works as a sci-fi idea, but it's really racist, if that makes sense. But
Yeah.
I like that it like kind of works as a. I've thought it through, which anyway.
I think it's really important that you regularly bring up that you're not white, because
It's
I
hard
know.
to
Because-
tell.
It's fine.
it is
I
hard-
am racist. It is actually the answer.
Yeah, I
think.
mean, yeah, you can be
Yeah.
not white and still
I
be
think I am just
racist, and it's not good. But like,
It's fun.
yeah, when you say, just to
It's
clarify, let's go
hard.
back a second. It's hard to tell that he's Asian. Is that what you said?
Yeah, you act more white, I would say.
Yeah, I think she means as on the podcast.
On the
yeah.
podcast, I mean.
Okay, but I want to dig a little deeper. What does
Yeah.
that mean? What does that
Yeah,
mean?
Yes, means I'm racist. I don't.
I don't know.
It's the short answer.
I mean, I don't
think-
talk about Asian things. So
Just to clarify, I agree with you. Just want you to
Yeah,
quantify
I'm
it.
trying to put my finger on what it is, but I don't know if it's because you grew up like in Essex, but it's
You
like,
talked about this, the whitest place in England.
Yeah.
Other than up north.
but it's like I can tell you didn't grow up with people from different cultures.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, ironically, he did grow up with people from different cultures, but it was just one culture that
yes.
was different to his.
That's true. Yeah. I'm not very sensitive, basically, with the way I talk, probably. Because I don't...
That might just be autism.
Yeah.
I don't. Do you know what it is, Tim? Because I.
I think it's. Oh man, I've got to be so careful.
No, I was thinking this is funny. This is the nightmare Joe was describing.
Like
of Tim having to deal with this stuff.
I think one of the things white people do really well is making fun of other people, and not really considering whether or not it's appropriate to make that sort of comment, because they haven't had to deal with that sort of comment being made about them in a hurtful way.
Yeah, that was very articulate, actually, because I understand what you mean.
That's Vinny to a T. Really.
Yeah, I think Vinny does that. It's like he hasn't experienced the fact that he's not white. He has.
Yeah.
But his humor isn't
Yeah.
affected by it.
Wow, Tim, that was a discovery for me.
Oh wow,
I think.
Tim's therapy hour.
Yeah. I think so.
That's interesting.
That makes sense.
I think that's very accurate. Yeah.
That's good.
I'm looking forward. Sorry, this is so oh wow, I was about to say this is so meta. It's meta me saying meta, but I'm actually looking forward to Joe's text agreeing with me with what I just said. You know what you should call this episode?
I need to listen back to that, because that makes sense. Like, genuinely, it's like, because it's
don't
like...
ask me to repeat it. I won't be able to.
No, because I can listen. It's recorded.
Nice.
That's the good
part.
part.
Wow, that's cool. Mine's not recording.
That makes
Just
sense,
kidding.
whatever you said. I've kind of forgotten it.
I've got the name for the episode, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Can you guess what it is, Vinny?
No, I'd like one. That's all.
Well, it's not going to make any sense to what we're talking about, and it's an in-joke. But it should be Bring Cody Home.
That's sick. Okay.
So-
I'll push for it.
What does that mean?
Our WhatsApp.
Actually, just explain it, 'cause it's funny.
Yeah, our WhatsApp group's called Bring Cody Home. Because
Yeah,
I mean,
sweet.
it was called something else for a while. I can't remember. It's probably too late to go.
Oh,
back and
Tim,
look.
that's actually it's a funny name, and it's nice.
Yes, I think
I
I've
like it.
seen this on your phone. And I was like, "What? Who is Cody?" Like, I don't
That-
understand.
Who is Cody?
Me and Becca once.
Who
bought
was
some
Cody?
Russian hamsters, and we bought a cage, and the lady at the shop said, "No, this cage is only big enough for 3 hamsters." We were like, "Okay, we'll get 3," and then the guilt started racking up, and we were like, "Oh my gosh, we have split this sibling group of 4 into 3 and 1," and we felt awful. And we went back to the shop. It was Pets at Home in Freeport Braintree. Shout out Freeport Braintree.
Yeah, you've been there.
What's a Braintree girl's favourite wine? I want to go to Braintree. So.
Oh, I just got that.
No, I want to go to Freeport. That was what I meant to say.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be Lakeside. But we went back, and they have like an adopt me section.
Oh no.
But Cody, we'd orphaned him, and he was in the adopt me section. And we were like, it's fine, someone will get him. And we went back a week later, and he was still there. It was awful. We felt so bad. And I told Vinny and Joe about it, and I think Joe was like, "Bring Cody home."
I think because I think it was because Tim's wife wanted Cody, and you were the one who was like, "We don't have space." I think that was it.
I
And
was
then,
like, we're going to end up having to split them up, and we haven't got space for more cages. And you know what? I was flipping right. We ended up.
did you get Cody in the end?
I don't even think it was a week. I think it might have been like a day or 2 days. We went back and got Cody. I think I went back to Pets at Home and bought him without telling Becca, and brought him home. But the worst part was we had Chewy, which was our Syrian, and then we had 4 Russian, which are the tiny little ones. But the Russian ones started fighting, so we had to split them up. And we just bought a really expensive cage for Chewy, big wooden one. It's really nice.
Yeah.
And then eventually we had to. I think Cody died quite quickly.
Rest in peace,
Cody got ill. We went to the vets. Something in his eye, but it turns out it was just a symptom of the illness it had. And we spent a lot of money, and it still died. And it was really hard because it was really difficult to give him the medicine. It was like, have I given it to the right one? And then we had to split Cody up. Cody had to go in a different cage because Cody can't go in the same one because he's ill. Okay, fine. Cody's in a different cage. And then we had to get another cage because 2 of the other ones were fighting, and then Cody died quite quickly. And we ended up with a whole bunch of cages. Some we weren't using. It was honestly like our house was just sawdust everywhere.
I remember when I was there, and it made me laugh because Tim has had a big dining table where you were living, and it was just there was no space. It was just various different hamster cages with him trying out different arrangements. It was so funny. Anyway.
Oh, and we had 2 guinea pigs as well.
Oh yeah. It's just all on the table. It was crazy.
Every single pet we've ever had has been named after a Star Wars character.
Really?
Do you know a really fun fact?
That's cool.
Unintentionally, so are our children.
What?
Well, our kids are called. I mean, spoilers for Rebels, by the way.
That's all right.
So if you haven't seen all of Rebels, then skip the next minute. Basically, Ezra Bridger is the main character of Rebels, and there's his master's called Kanan Jarrus, and we were and I always wanted to call my son Caleb, so we decided on Caleb, and then we're watching Rebels, and in the final episode you find out he used to be called Caleb.
Did you find out after you named your kid? That would have been crazy.
No, before.
That would have been
which
really
made it
cool.
worse. So yeah, basically,
Those are nice names.
Yeah, I really like. I mean, spoilers for Tim's kids when they grow up and listen to this. Ezra is a nicer name. I really like the name Ezra.
I really like Ezra.
So sorry if you're listening, you're not Ezra.
Caleb's nice.
But they're both nice names. I just really like the name Ezra. I've always have.
Yeah, me too, actually.
Yeah. It's funny because our pediatrician, it was really difficult because Ezra is I think in India Ezra's a girl's name with an S. And our pediatrician was Indian, and he kept saying she, and I the first 2 times I was like he. I when I was talking, I was like, and he is doing this, and this is when he was really young, so he's having the full check.
Right.
And so he takes his nappy off, and he's like, Ezra. And he looks really confused. He's like, Ezra.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. He's didn't want to accept it. It's like we brought in someone said this is Jeanette, and then takes off. Has got a penis. So it's like, what is going on? Yeah. That was funny. He still got it wrong after that every time we get him back.
I feel like most names can be opposite gender. If you if you say even when you said Jeanette, I was like, yeah, it just sounds cool. It starts to sound cool and
Jeanette.
masculine.
There's a really good Jesse. Jesse's
Jesse.
A good,
yeah.
strong male name.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because it reminds you of a cowboy.
I prefer it as a girl's name. I think
Jesse.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
I know.
a boy's name.
I know an equal number of Jesse boys and Jesse girls. One of each. That was a good anecdote. You're welcome.
Thanks. That was great.
This is what people come in here for.
No, honestly,
told you.
It is.
If you leave silence, I'll fill it, which is not always good.
Are you planning to have any more kids?
We're probably going to adopt.
Oh, really?
Basically, if you are older than 2, then the odds of getting adopted are really slim.
Yeah.
And if you have siblings, the odds of you getting adopted are really slim. If you are older than 2 and you are siblings, you're never going to get adopted. So we're going to adopt an older sibling group when we can afford it.
A group?
Yeah, probably 1, 2 or 3 kids.
Oh, wow.
3? Oh, wow.
But the hardest part is if you, let's say we get a sibling group of 2 or even 3. If those parents have another baby, they come to you and say, hey, will you have this baby? And you don't have to take them.
Oh,
but
God.
we've come to the conclusion.
Oh, my God.
If that
Tim,
happened, we'd have to take them.
It's bring Cody home. Again.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
They're I've had a new child. His name? Cody.
I knew it. And this day I've been training for this my whole life. Just don't get a weird eye infection.
It didn't go well, did it? Yeah, because I was actually going to ask, should you have brought Cody home in the end?
I did.
No, but should you have?
Was that the right decision?
Yes.
Yeah.
Even though Cody died, if we
Okay.
hadn't, I think Becca would still wake up in the night thinking about it.
Really? Okay. Well, that's good. That means you're ready for this group adoption thing. You know what to do.
Group adoption.
Yeah.
It makes it sound like we're in a cult and we're going to adopt a bunch of kids and indoctrinate them. Which is basically what we're doing anyway, isn't it? Because we're Christians. That was for Joe. That was for you, Jay. You're referring to my religion as a cult.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, how do you feel that we're a Christian podcast? Good.
Yeah, I feel good.
Good.
Um,
Oh, actually, sorry, how have we not talked about this? What was your how did you feel during the coin flip and the questioning of your
oh
faith?
my gosh.
Did you question your faith at any point?
So I genuinely, based on the text that you'd sent me, because you didn't tell me.
Yeah,
whether or not
sorry.
they passed. I was like, there's no way.
Really? Yeah.
Because I misinterpreted one of your texts.
Oh no.
I said something. I said I was going to do something, and you were like, "No, you don't have to." Let me find it. It was so.
Yeah.
I
Just
said.
for the actually, I feel like most people will know what we're talking about, but in case you don't, it's about in last step.
Yep. Last up.
It was
Yeah.
this is Tim is the Tim from last step who had to I coin flipped it whether or not he was cut from the competition or not, basically, and I texted him when I was like, Tim, pick a heads or tails. That was basically all I texted you.
Yeah, you literally texted me and said. I think it's just I said tails, no fails, and then I sent you an audio saying say poop, and you did, which is brilliant.
Yeah, it's just so
I was like-
confused, actually. It was so
I
funny.
didn't catch until I was editing the
That's
audio.
hilarious.
Actually.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so the thing I said was I was watching Banshees of Inisherin, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
was like, have you seen this? Because I didn't realize you were recording until that point.
I see. Yeah, yeah.
Maybe I did. And then I said, cool, I'm excited, I'm hype. Let me know when it drops. I'll shaft Banshees. And you said it's the hypest app, actually. Not even joking. And then I was just looking at my notifications, and when you're looking at notifications on WhatsApp, it doesn't tell you if it's a reply. And you replied to I'll shaft Banshees. And you replied, you no longer need to be loyal. Ha 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 ha.
Oh.
And so I took that as, I'm out. I can stop listening because I'm out of the
Oh,
competition.
because I was making a joke that
Yeah.
you were trying to like be like, oh, I'll stop watching my movie to listen. Cause
Yeah. You were like, no, don't feel lonely, don't worry.
That's
so
funny.
I didn't get to it until after I work. So I was all my way home. It was like 5 o'clock until I got to the thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, was that right? Or was it maybe the morning? Either way, it was. I was literally. I looked like a madman on the bus. I was just grinning. I was grinning it here. I was like bobbing. The lady next to me kept looking at me.
Really?
Like
Yeah.
I feel like a little bit she wanted to ask what I was laughing at, and I was thinking. I even paused it at one point to practice what I'd say. Like, I'm listening to a podcast that my friends make, and they're deciding whether or not I'm out of a competition by flipping a coin, and but also he's saying something about God is real if I flip the coin, if the coin flip if I win, and like
It was crazy.
it. So yeah, and I decided she wasn't going to ask, so it's fine. But
Yeah.
yeah, that would have been funny if she did.
Yeah. This is what I mean by you being an awkward person. That you're pausing your podcast to work out what's.
Do you not do that? If you're having a conversation in your head, you're like, I can't do two things at once. Pause the podcast, have the conversation in my head, and then press play.
No, I think that's very like.
I think I just
That's
stopped
good. I don't know what the word is, but that's you have some kind of like good
ADHD?
brain. No, the opposite. Like
Oh.
it's good. Like I wouldn't even recognize that I'm having two conversations.
Yeah.
Basically, it's
Yeah.
cool that you're like, yeah, I need
Okay.
I need space for this conversation. I'm just like just a.
Okay,
Yeah.
but to bring me down
Sorry.
a couple pegs, no. Only because I was really enjoying the episode,
I see.
and I realised I'd missed 10 or 15 seconds
Oh,
of
okay.
it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like if I wasn't enjoying it, I wouldn't have noticed, and I wouldn't have gone back. Although I really hate when people are talking about something in a podcast, and if I've missed something, I always listen to so many parts of podcasts over and over again. So like, just in case.
Yeah, it's with podcasts. It's really hard actually to like jump in.
Because you can't ask them what are you talking about again.
Yeah, it's really difficult actually. I do that a lot. But yeah, so you thought it was gonna fail then?
100%. I was
Really?
certain it was going to fail, and I was anticipating.
I don't know
myself
what I thought
for
at
the
the
God
time.
I
God
think
isn't
we
real
were
jokes.
Really,
we
yeah.
were scared for you. We
Yeah.
were like rooting
It was
for you.
yeah. Okay, when Joe asked earlier what my favorite moment was, that is without a doubt.
But that's
my
got to
favourite
be because
moment.
it's like the tailored.
It was so good.
Yeah,
And obviously, I feel like I'm not gonna suggest it's your decision who wins the competition, but like who's here right now talking to you. So yeah, for my prize, do you know what I want?
Yeah.
But are you gonna get? Do I win?
How do we explain?
I was gonna say, for my prize, I want
No,
season two.
we've
have a
decided. We have
plan.
decided who's won, and
have?
we will announce it. Yeah.
Now?
Yeah.
You
Actually,
sure? Go ahead.
yeah. So actually, one last extra. What is this anecdote thing?
You're gonna flip another coin.
No. Don't give me ideas, Tim. We'll start flipping.
Let's role play instead. That's a good idea.
I'm
Sorry.
doing one last call out because it's been just so you know, all our call outs, Tim, are basically just people that we know have listened at some point to an app, and I'm just seeing if they're still here. Anyway, this shout out to Callum, one of my brother's friends who I'm friends with him as well, but he's more my brother's friend. But if he's basically because you've got 1 week, this is it, the end. So reply to me in a week if you're listening, and no interference, Chris.
But like, who's still in?
Yeah. So who's still in is.
So you're back in, Tim.
You're in officially.
Yeah, I am.
Congrats.
Thank you, coin
And
god.
you
also,
deserved it.
actual god.
You aged about a year from that, I reckon. So
Yeah, it was intense.
It was intense.
It was intense.
So it's not many
so
actually.
You, Joe, Chris,
Callum.
Maybe Callum,
We'll
if
see
he
after
replies.
this
Good luck, Callum.
episode.
Probably not.
And I think that's it.
Erica.
Oh, Erica,
it?
of course.
I think I can
that's
say
it, yeah.
with confidence that everyone in the it's gonna make the competition lame, so don't do this. But I can say with confidence, if you asked everybody who's still in it what they want, they'll all say we want season 2 of Vinmin.
True. Unfortunately.
Nah,
Yeah.
suck it. You have to carry on doing it.
Yeah, no, it's true. No, because these are the people that like the podcast.
Mm-mm.
You know, my other brother Byron. Basically because I thought he'd be a law listener, basically, and then we asked. I don't remember how. Anyway, Chris kept because I called him out on one of the apps, and
Byron.
then Byron, and then Chris, my other brother, he was like, Byron, you should listen to this app, and he didn't. This is before I put in the rule that you can't interfere. And
Is
then
that why you put the rule in?
no, but yeah, it is actually. But Byron's response was, "Oh, if I could just listen to them talking, in in real life." So that's
I
where
don't need to listen to
where
their
the Gen-Z
podcast
is.
because I can just talk to them.
Do you know what? There's two ways to interpret that. He loves your company, but not enough to listen to it while he's not there.
No,
He loves his own company.
Yeah. Anyway, what was I saying? I feel like because this was all an anecdote for something else, wasn't it? Not an anecdote.
Announcing the
Live
winner.
version.
You're not going to announce the
Yeah,
winner. You
I
said one more thing, but you don't have to announce it
Yeah.
now.
I think I am announcing the winner. I'm just
I
deciding.
think just do it.
We decided.
Yeah.
Yeah. The winner is everyone.
Oh,
You've all won because
I wasn't going to swear, but fuck you. That's rubbish.
no, it's not. Because I don't know if I'll announce this.
It's the
Vinmin
finale,
season
you
2,
might as
baby.
well.
6 seasons in a movie.
Basically, two reasons is everyone. Number one, because I'm just like we've run out of time. Like I can't like make a,
Also,
you know.
like Joe, and I'd say me, but I've obviously not got a great track record. But Joe's never going to go out. Like,
Yeah,
We
no,
were
yeah, sorry,
thinking
yeah. So
this,
there's a lot of
yeah.
reasons, but certain people, like I think Joe and Chris, will never ever go out, and
I thought that about myself.
we just start talking about topical movies, and Tim's gone for years. So, yeah, certain people will never leave, I think, and there's so many reasons. Also, I do think it is a bit mildly stressful to be like I have to like I assume it is right to be like I have to listen.
No.
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 Okay.
Only because I already enjoyed listening to it.
Oh, I
It was
see. So you
already
just
on my list of things to listen to.
I see.
Like, and just say no, not blowing smoke or trying to change the outcome of what you just said. But like, I genuinely, like, I'd be halfway through another podcast if an episode of this came out. But like, yes, let's listen to that.
Cool. Thanks,
So
Tim.
it's good. Like, I stopped listening to Lord of the Rings for you. That's a big deal.
Yeah, no. So there's lots of reasons. Also, the other thing is, we are working on a prize, and then the other thing is like we can just do a winner on top of this at some point if we need to. So I'm trying to we're like rewarding the loyal listeners, and then if at some point, if season 2 happens and we want to do like a gauntlet thing, we can just do that also, and have like a super special prize. Do you know what I mean? So it's
Okay.
like it's yeah.
Do you want to reveal what the prize
I don't know. I
is?
feel nervous because I once I say it, then I have to actually
gonna
You know
happen
me.
anyway.
I'm making merch. Yeah.
Sick.
And
That's cool.
the listeners, just for fun, and the loyal listeners get like a commemorative, like, piece of merch. That's all I'll say, and it's cool.
Nice.
I haven't
Large.
decided.
I'm large.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, so I haven't decided if I'm gonna make everyone pay for it. I don't
I
know.
will.
Yeah,
I will.
because I feel like people
Make
will.
them pay for it.
Not
Make them
even,
pay for
and
it.
it's not even like because I want to make money. It's more like it's easier. I think.
So
Why?
expensive.
You can't
man.
make people pay for.
No, you can.
I
They
think I
win.
can.
They win the opportunity
Yeah.
to cover the costs of the t-shirt.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, I'm thinking. Anyway,
Maybe give
so
a discount.
I'm not trying to make profit. It will just be like, oh, can you pay for like? Basically, it's more like, say, if it is a t-shirt, for example, I don't want to like have to message everyone, and be like, what size are you? Do you know what I mean? I just want them to be able to like do it themselves.
Okay, no, I disagree.
Oh.
You have to do it.
Really?
Yeah, but we'll
Mm.
give you the money for it.
Yeah, maybe. Okay. But
Because then
it's mainly laziness because I don't want to figure out how to like.
I'll do it.
Okay.
I'll do it.
Tim's
I'll
the
organise it.
Tim's the merch guy.
Thanks,
Thanks.
Because I've had to do this for work a few times, getting stuff
Really?
printed,
Okay.
jumpers and t-shirts and stuff.
Um,
Which is unrelated to my job, by the way. I'm not in t-shirts and print. I'm not good at it. I know how to do it because I've had to do it 3
okay.
times.
When I get around to it, I'll give you a message at the
Nice.
very least.
Cool. Nice.
Anyway, that's it. Congrats, you've won a chance at that. But I think it's cool. I've been working on it. It's cool.
It looks really cool,
It looks cool.
actually. It's
I'm getting one.
a Vinnie
Me and
and
Yasmin.
Yasmin
Nice.
special.
What
I want
colour?
one
White
as
or
well.
black?
Undecided.
Cool.
I
Black.
will say it's black and white. There's
Yeah.
no color, but it looks cool. So yeah, so
Ooh,
that's why
white with black on.
exactly.
Nice.
So I don't know white with black on, black with white. I don't know.
I think.
What did you say, Tim?
I think white with black on is.
It's hard.
You see the
basically.
design though, don't you?
I've spoiled so many white t-shirts.
I was
wearing them.
thinking this, but I was thinking there should be so many things going on. I was thinking like, because I only ever want there to be like 7 or whatever it is like in the world. So
Mhm.
I was thinking like if it's like I was thinking of crypto actually, but like if you can provide proof of damage or something, then I
You get another
will
one.
like if you burn your shirt, you get a new one if you damage it. But there's no way to like have there's I don't want like to give out a new shirt to people. So yeah,
Gotcha.
this is why I was thinking about white versus black because of like you say, white just won't last as long.
100-year
Yeah.
guarantee.
So anyway, I was thinking about that stuff.
I like it. Nice. I mean, white or black is good.
Anyway,
for me.
I guess it is a shirt.
Also, I've
It's a
changed.
shirt.
I've since changed deodorant. Just so you know.
Yeah.
I learned 2 lessons. Apply the deodorant and wait, but also don't use wet rolling deodorant. Use a stick. That
A
saves your
stick.
t-shirts.
I use
Like
Wex.
it doesn't roll, just a stick.
It's literally like
quite
it looks like a bar of
Oh
soap.
really?
But
Yeah,
it's-
they
you
just
twist
weird me
it
out.
Mitchum. I use the women's one because it smells nicer.
Yeah.
You use the women's one as well.
Women. Yeah.
He uses
Honestly,
mine.
men's deodorant smells like awful.
Yeah. It's just strong, isn't it?
Yeah. Also, it's like too many memories of PE.
Yeah. I wonder how much of that it is actually.
Links.
Yeah.
It is a bit.
Like,
Why
I
do
judge
men's
you if
deodorant
you use
all
links.
smell the same as well?
Exactly. Thank
They
you.
all smell the same.
It's really encouraging
Yeah.
to hear a woman say that because
Yeah.
whenever I've said that, they're like, "Oh, it just smells different from men and women." I'm like, "Okay, does it smell gross for all women too, but differently?" Like, thank you. That's all I needed. That's all the anecdotal evidence I needed
Yeah.
to carry on using women's deodorant.
No, you definitely should. I prefer. I like that you use women's deodorant, Vinny. Like
Yeah. I mean, I do too.
Dove.
Red flag.
Yeah.
Red flag.
Dove original.
We could read out the email.
Yes.
Should we do that?
Let's check our
Let's check out Vinmin podcast
Oh,
at
sick.
gmail.com.
inbox. Oh, whoa.
Anyway, because I still haven't answered, I think my favourite moment is that I really liked the first Mikkel ep because I was in, basically me and Yaz were like, we went to Wimpy's before the ep and just to be like, okay, well we wanted to go out but also just to be like, what we're going to talk about. And then as I was eating Wimpy's, I just started giggling because I just conceived this idea of this like random man like writing in that's me. Spoilers, maybe. Actually, I'm not. That's a legend. It's a legend. There's a lot of similarities between us. And it just made me laugh so much. Like, I don't know why. It was just a
totally
funny idea in my
forgot,
head.
yeah.
That's all.
That was funny.
And I enjoyed the app because I enjoyed coming home, writing the email maybe, and then Yaz reacting to it was fun.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good episode. It was a good episode. I also loved how much you interrupted her. Like every time you read
Yes.
out, yeah,
Because I
constantly interrupted.
Thank you, Tim, for acknowledging.
No, don't thank me because you're about to read an email again.
yeah, now I'm not gonna say anything.
I'm gonna join in.
Because you need to mind it for content. That's the thing. Because it's a whole episode.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
to be fair, we've been on the phone for. Oh my gosh!
No,
this
this
episode's
is-
not
this
getting
is-
released till Wednesday.
yeah.
No, it's
try,
good.
I'll
Thanks,
try.
Tim. You got. I wanted. That's the one thing I wanted. I wanted a long ep out of the last one.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Nice, cool.
Yeah, it's nice. Okay, so we have another email from Phoenix, right?
What?
My lawyer. That's my
Oh,
lawyer.
God.
That's your lawyer. Oh, I so
coincidence.
one of our friends is a lawyer, and I so wanted to.
I know you told me.
Oh,
That
it would have been so
amazing.
funny.
Yeah.
I will. Because I wanted you to just come in and then like we just have a proper legal defense. Like it would have made me laugh. But I
Yeah,
will.
it would have been good, but Belle takes like 3 to 4 weeks to reply
Yeah.
to WhatsApp messages, so I thought it might take a while
Take too long.
before
Anyway.
we could get a reply. Okay, so hello both. I just want to say, this is a quick one. I just want to say I appreciate you adding me to the competition for
Oh,
your
shit,
podcast when you
yeah.
called me out.
There's 8 of us.
Phoenix, I totally forgot that we called you out.
Okay.
I just want to confirm that I have listened to the episode, so I look forward to finding out if I make it any further.
Tim, did I call Phoenix right out? Is that what I did?
Yeah. I think I'm.
It sounds like something I might do, but
I'm
I
Sounds
trying
like
to
it,
remember, but
yeah.
I'm pretty sure it went something like
I-
almost. You absolutely did. Basically, you were like, "Oh, we should call Phoenix. We should add Phoenix right to the competition." Phoenix, right? This is me calling you out.
yeah, like really
Basically.
quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, congrats, Phoenix.
Congrats, you've won.
You've won a
Send us
shirt.
your address.
So we'll work that out.
Yeah.
Where that shirt goes.
P.S. I just want to point out how strange it was for me writing an official letter on behalf of my client when I listened to the podcast and felt all giddy speaking to you. Long time listener I am.
Thanks, Phoenix.
That's
pretty
cute.
cool. Because Phoenix
That's
is
cool.
really famous. But it begs the question, why has Phoenix not shouted us out to his huge
Yeah.
global brand? So.
He's got a brand. That's the problem. He's got a brand. he's
I
got a
guess it would
whole-
be
he's got
breaking
publicists.
confidentiality
Yeah,
as
yeah.
well.
I think at some point you can expect an official statement from Phoenix, right?
Really?
Yeah,
That
yeah.
would be cool.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine? That'd be ridiculous. You
That
look
would
at
be
you look
cool.
at your listens and suddenly you got 30,000 listens on that episode.
And they're all just like going on about Phoenix Wright, like and ignoring everything we're saying.
Oh my gosh, Phoenix Wright wrote into the podcast.
I still can't because I don't know why. Like I thought because I couldn't see the email when Yas was the original Phoenix Wright
You didn't
one.
think it was my email.
I don't know why. I just thought it was like
Yes, I don't know
Erica's
why
Gmail
you...
address was like Phoenix Wright 91 2
That's so
or something.
funny.
Anyway,
That's
I don't
so
know why. I still don't understand how that happened.
Why did you think it was?
I don't know, but it makes sense.
I'm about to do a Vinnie then. About to spoil how the sausage is made. Oh, well,
You
everybody
can.
knows. Everybody knows. I'm not. I'm just admitting something.
No,
that
but it's
literally
see, it's
everybody
tempting
knows.
not to because it's funny.
Yeah, it's tempting not to.
Because
yeah.
everyone knows. Some maybe.
If I was to, just theoretically, unrelated to this conversation
Okay.
completely, if I had to think of a lawyer's name, I imagine it would take me a really long time, and I would probably think about I would probably think of 30 different names, and I would probably talk to Joe about it, see what he thinks. He'd probably suggest a whole bunch of stuff from Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul.
Yeah.
But yeah, I imagine it would take me a really long time, and I imagine if I thought of using Phoenix Wright as my lawyer name, I'd feel pretty proud of myself.
It's a very good one. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true.
If only I had that opportunity.
If only you were that clever.
Yeah, I haven't had that chance.
Yeah.
I do have a real lawyer called Phoenix Wright, and he does work for Phoenix Wright Podcast.
That
Law,
is really
and
cool.
it is the same Phoenix Wright from all the newest Nintendo games.
There must be a real Phoenix Wright in the world. That's probably your next
What a
child.
cool
to be honest,
name.
Tim.
Yeah,
It's got to be Phoenix Wright.
I'll do it. Wait, what am I trying to do?
You
Finding
got
Phoenix
no.
Wright.
You got to name your next kid Phoenix Wright.
Oh, I see.
'Cause we've
Sorry, I thought you
acknowledged
said I gotta
it's-
find
it's a
them.
cool name.
Also, finding Phoenix Wright sounds like a good episode.
That would be cool. Should I just lay out my ambitious podcast ideas?
Yeah.
Is that all spoilers? See, this is proof that season 2's... If you're a season 2 believer, not good that I'm spilling the beans on my ideas.
Wait, as in that this isn't gonna. There's been no time for this, so.
No, as in because it means I've given up on doing them on season 2.
Oh, like revealing them means it won't happen.
Yeah, actually, but these are just ones that are too ambitious. Anyway, do you know my funniest idea I've had on the whole podcast that I've never done is you ever listen to Come Town, Tim? By any chance? Probably not.
Come
Town.
It sounds like something I would not listen
No,
to.
exactly. It's basically just it's 3 guys. One of them is really funny. One of them doesn't say anything, and one of them just has the funniest laugh. Like he just makes the show because he just laughs, and it just adds such a vibe to it because it's just this guy who's like kind of funny, but because this guy's laughing, it makes it so funny. Anyway, and then I wanted one of our eps to. If I do this one day, it's still funny because it's just such a funny idea. But anyway, if one of our eps, I wanted to be like, oh, we're just not getting enough like audience retention or whatever. We need to like see what the bigger podcasts are doing. Like, and I was like, we need to like have a laugh guy. And then I wanted to go on Fiverr and just hire like random people with like good laughs to just be on our, like with no context. We start an app and then there's just a third guy who just laughs. And it's so funny.
He would actually be there.
Yeah. No. Like there's like a real like probably like an Indian guy who like I hired for like $5, and he's just there like with no context, just like trying to.
You should do that. I'm also really conscious of my laugh right now. I'm trying not. I'm like I don't want you to think I'm auditioning for that. Like I'm okay with you having other friends.
No.
As long as your main friends are me.
No, it's
like I'll be your producer. I'll edit your things. I'll be your laugh guy. Like, don't talk. Just promise you won't talk to anyone else.
No, it would just be so funny. But we have to sit with the embarrassment of having some random guy laugh, so that's why we haven't done it. But I thought that would be really funny for now.
Anyway. That'd be weird. I would enjoy that. I'd rate that. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's coming.
When you do it,
we can do one with you if you want, where you're just the laugh guy.
But can you not acknowledge it? Like
you think that's funnier?
Like don't even acknowledge someone else.
Yeah.
Like say to them, the rules are you can only laugh. You can't say anything, even if you've got good introductions. Write them down. We'll talk about them afterwards. But for at least the first half of the episode, don't talk about the fact that every time you say something remotely funny, there's this crazy Indian guy doing a really weird laugh. I'm thinking the guru, the laugh guru guy.
like a crazy laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also like he's not that good, so he's kind of forcing it a bit. Like
you didn't pay that much on Fiverr.
No, exactly. I don't want a good one. I want like just some guy who and you know, I'm not like I want someone that eventually works, that fits in, and we just anyway, whatever.
Wait a minute, an indefinite thing.
It would be amazing if we got like we met someone on Fiverr and we're like, wow, this guy's more than a funny laugh. And like I don't want them to talk much. A little bit, but it's like you know podcasts where they have a producer who doesn't speak much, but like they're like a background character.
Yeah.
That would be fun. Anyway,
Nice.
This is the kind of ambition we have for season 2.
I'll work on my laugh.
No, it's funny. It's just funnier if it's.
This is funny, Vinny. That's audition number 1.
Anyway, that's my most ambitious. That's pretty much my only idea I ever had, I think. But it was a good one.
I'm trying to think of funny laughs. I'm not listening to anything.
If you have to think about it, it means you're not the chosen laugher.
That was not funny enough. It was just like lame.
This is what the guy would be doing though, probably on our rep. Just trying out new laughs.
We always make fun of my dad's laugh because he always laughs like.
Has he got like an old man laugh?
No, what is he?
We'll get Tim's dad on then.
Chris, honestly, yeah, he won't laugh at anything you say. He won't find you funny. But no, what is it? That's it.
That's good.
Like, sounds like Santa. Yeah, it's a good laugh. He also does the there's so many things that are stereotypical about my dad. The last one of them's that when he's on the phone, I think the joke is that he thinks the way phones work is you have to shout so they can hear you.
That's classic.
When a conversation's over, like I can't do it now because I've got a laptop on my knee and I'm holding a microphone. It would make a really loud bang. It's like, like hands on knees, rock back and forwards. Like it's quite quite normal, but like stereotypical dad. Right, and then gets up, and that's the end of the conversation. Like he's completely like everybody in a massive hall has heard him. He's right.
That's funny.
That was really weird. That was a weird tangent. Why do we?
No, this is honestly, I think this is what the best part of our podcast.
This is how, all
I
of
like
episodes
this.
are just
You know
what I was saying earlier.
You hear that, Joe? Suck it.
Yeah. I needed anyway, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Sorry, you needed
no. But I was saying the tingle I get when we do a good app. It always goes off when we go on these like that. I enjoy just hearing about your dad's idiosyncrasies. It's nice.
Yeah, cool. The other one is I'll do it now,
yeah.
but it's more visual. Sorry.
It's fine. No, it's fine.
Is when like if there's a debate going on or an argument, and if it's getting a little bit heated, he completely stays out of it, but he'll listen to everything.
Mm-hmm.
He'll usually sit with his legs crossed in the corner of the room, like hand on chin, nodding slowly, just processing everything, and then at some point he'll do the right, and he'll be like. And like,
to start talking.
I've seen him in a room with two people having quite a heated debate.
Yeah.
And basically he everything both parties were saying was valid. Like it out of hand, but everything was saying was valid. And then as soon as it started getting a little bit pointed, a little bit like not about the argument, he was like, right, and then just summarized everything everyone said. You're upset because blah blah.
Oh
blah,
really?
Blah. You're upset because blah 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 blah. You shouldn't be upset about this, but you should be upset about that. You should apologize to him because of this and this and this, and that's it.
That's good.
Everybody happy, and it's like, I wish I could do that.
That sounds nice.
Because when I'm in, I can't do confrontation. I'm really bad at it. I think about it a lot. But when it comes to it, I'm planning. All right, this is what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna say this, and they're gonna go, oh, "You're right." But what happens is I go, yeah, okay, never mind, whatever. Okay, whatever you want. Yeah, of course. Yeah, whatever you want. Like I'm so bad at it. I wish I had his gift.
It's right. We're pretty bad at it as well.
I'm fine if I'm not involved in the confrontation. I'm really good at if I'm not involved in it. But as soon as I've got any vested interest, my adrenaline spikes, and I don't know what I'm doing.
Me too. I'm really good at confrontation if it's like on someone's behalf, but if it's like if it's something that if it's about me, or if I feel like someone's saying something about me or whatever, I can't do it. I feel like I just want to avoid it. But if I see something happening with someone else that I
you got
care
like
about, I still get that adrenaline spike, but it's like I can't control myself. Like I just have to go and like step in.
Yeah.
That's cool. It's like a superhero instinct.
Hero complex.
Yeah.
Hero complex.
What can I say?
Is it hero complex? No, that's hero syndrome. Hero syndrome's the thing where you cause a problem and then you make sure everybody sees you fixing it. That's why the villain in Incredibles is called Syndrome.
Ah.
Because
I never knew that.
he has hero syndrome.
Interesting.
There you go.
I fully can't remember what we were just talking about before that.
No, not me.
I don't know. To be honest, I think this is the point in the podcast where me and Yaz normally get like this is where we do our weird switch into a different topic. But I think we're exhausted, so it's kind of just like we're like, yeah, that's cool.
For the listener, it's almost tomorrow.
Yeah, is it really?
It's not.
Okay.
I don't think I'm.
We'll wrap up at some point. It's alright. But it's been good. I'm enjoying. It's been good, Tim. And
I would like to summarize. Go for it. Your season 1 of.
Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, that'd be nice.
I'm again.
Have you listened to all of it then? In the end.
I have listened to all of it,
cool.
but let me tell you, my short-term memory is not good.
No, I can't remember my stuff either.
Ask me about something that happened between me and my sister when I was 6, and I'll tell you everything in complete detail. But don't ask me short-term memory. So I'm gonna miss some bits.
That's fine.
And it's mostly from the very early episodes and the most recent episodes. Because the very early episodes I listened to more than once.
That's how memory works, though.
So you started this podcast spending a long time talking about how old you were and the types of jokes you make, and I feel like it set up perfectly because this is the sort of humor we have. I'm not even gonna make you guess. I'm gonna tell you what I find funny. I'm gonna tell you the inappropriate things I do, and then if you want to carry on listening to it, you can, and you did. You set the bar really high for moral dilemmas on day one.
Thank you.
You made me very uncomfortable. And yeah, don't do that again. You talked. I'm trying to remember some of the things that stood out. I'm annoyed. I was thinking about making a list when I was putting the kids to bed. But I didn't want to get my phone.
I was gonna say, crazy you're doing this from memory.
Yeah, I know, but I did it. My memory was better earlier. I remembered like 4 things, and it was very poetic, but I didn't write it down. Because I couldn't remember how much brightness my phone was on. If I got it out of my pocket, they'd be like, Can I watch Bluey?" Balls. Well, this is awkward.
Sorry, you're doing well. You were doing it was poetic.
What a great flow. You spoke about one of the greatest movies of all time before it won an Oscar.
Whoa.
And then you talked about it after it won an Oscar. And
yeah.
One of my favourite stories you've ever told is the fact that you were watching the Oscars and the moment that you predicted, the moment that everybody was talking about it, your predictions stopped working.
That was so
listened
funny.
to Ki Kwan talking, accepting his acceptance speech. I also cried. I know you already know this. I know you all both already know this. I cried at his speech as well. But just let me tell you, this is back to me.
No, it's good. Thank you, Tim. Keep going.
I cry at everything at the moment.
I'm
so emotional. Have you heard of Bluey, the kids' TV show?
Is it about a dog?
Yeah.
That's all I know.
It's funny. It's very funny. It's incredibly well written. Like I think Joe would enjoy it. I think Joe would enjoy it. Like, it's really good.
I might watch it.
Literally,
I like watching these good kids things.
There's an episode. I love how I was summarising a podcast in a really emotional season finale, and now I'm talking about Bluey. But like, there's an episode where I've seen it before, so it was crazy. Where it's this little dog who's at nursery. And at the start of the episode, it's like, I'm not very good at making friends, and she was hiding from all the other dogs. And then and it goes back to the main characters, and they're talking about it's the dad drop off. So the dad's dropping off them at school and nursery, and they're running late, and he whines like gets them there. It's a full on episode of craziness, and then it ends with the littlest one going into nursery and needing to be wound up like a toy, because that's one of the things that happened earlier in the episode. And so this little dog winds the dog up, winds the other dog up, and they start playing together. And it's like, and that's how I became friends with Bingo. I hope we stay friends. And then literally, it's like 4 seconds. It just flashes a whole bunch of pictures of them growing up together.
Oh, that's always so sad.
Finishes on them graduating. I literally burst into tears. I was just standing there watching, like my kids would they'd just finished their dinner. They were just watching one episode of Bluey before bed. I was just like, like it's not even that emotional. Like there are episodes where like there's another one. Okay, and this is the last one, I promise. Where they spoilers.
No, I agree with you, but also Tim can't describe Bluey forever. We can't just be like, actually, there's another rep.
This is the last one.
No, it's good.
They go camping and there's a French family there, and the main character Bluey and this other kid, I can't remember his name. We'll call him Pierre. Play together every day, and they play the same game every day. But then towards the end of the episode, Bluey's like, "All right, see you tomorrow." And then the French dog, they don't speak the same language, and the French dog's like, "Oh no, et maintenant l'arrivée home." Basically, the dog's like, "No, tomorrow I'm going home." And then Bluey doesn't hear him and goes, "Bye," and runs off. And the French dog looks sad. It's like, "Oh," walks back to his tent because he's like, "No, I'm going home." And then so she goes back to where they were playing every single day, and he's not there. And she's really sad. And then she asks the mum, like, "Will I ever see him again?" And the mum's like, "Well, sometimes there are people in our lives, and they come into our life, and they have a big impact, and then they go out of our lives, and sometimes they come back into our lives, and sometimes they don't." And she's like, "Will I ever see him again?" It's like, "I don't know, maybe." And then it cuts to like 10 years later, and it's Bluey, but she's older, and she's just at the campsite, and she just sits down with a book to read, and then it looks at her and it goes, and you hear bonjour, and she looks up, and that's the end of the episode.
Wow.
And I was like,
it does sound very well written.
Yeah. Oh man, it's so good. And there are some not good episodes. There are some like less good episodes, but they're all good. I could watch any one of them again. You should watch Bluey.
Well,
if
we do
making
season,
me emotional just thinking about that.
Yeah, I think anything with like the passage of time is always just so like, it's not even sad is the right word. It's just like such a mix of emotions that it's sad. Like
it's sad and happy.
Yeah,
like,
that's what gets
I
you.
missed that, or I might have that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man,
That's how you do
what a
it.
bummer. Sorry for ending the episode like this.
No,
guys.
that's great. No, but maybe we'll do if season 2 comes around, me and Yaz will just have been obsessed, and we can have a huge discussion.
Well,
that'll be our everything everywhere of season 2, just Bluey.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, why don't we do an episode? Why don't we do a podcast where I recommend things to each other, and then we listen to them, and then we come back and review
That's
them?
actually a really good idea.
I think we should call it.
You know what we should do? That genuinely, Tim. That'd be so funny to do just to annoy Joe. Like,
Me and you.
yeah.
Oh my.
And we can have Joe on as a 1-minute segment every ep where he has to say all his thoughts, and we're like, Joe, you've got 1 minute, and that's all he gets.
Yeah.
No, anyway.
I love it.
Funny.
That's so good. That'd be brilliant. Yeah, let's do it.
Mm-mm.
What was your podcast called?
Shuffleboard.
Shuffleboard.
Good
Yeah.
name.
Yeah, it's a good.
Was
name.
that your name?
I came up with the name actually.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
trying to figure out whether I should insult it or not. That's a good name.
Thanks.
No, to back to what I was doing before. Season 1 of Vinmin has been amazing. I can't tell you how many times my cheeks have hurt from smiling from listening to your podcasts, which is not something I've experienced in my life prior to Vinmin, and now it's been happening a lot.
That's very
Like,
nice, Tim.
The student's graduation last week, my cheeks hurt, and it's your fault. I feel like I've exercised these
Oh,
muscles. too much,
you've
it's
like
your fault.
started them.
Now they hurt when I smile a lot,
I see.
which is weird because I'm always smiling. So why haven't my cheeks not hurt
Yeah.
more often? But yeah, you have crushed it, and I'm really looking forward to season 2. And if you don't make season 2, I will come to London and I'll beat you up.
Cool.
Oh, thank you, Tim. No,
Thank you,
it
Tim.
means a
You're
lot.
welcome.
Yeah, it
I'm
does.
sorry I couldn't remember anything that you did.
Honestly, you did a really good job.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Both of the recap and the I feel like it might be good if I had accepted that you were going to host before we started and then just went along with it. But we figured out that you're hosting.
I didn't get that impression. that
Okay,
you
okay.
hadn't.
No. Because I was just trying a bit more to like keep like to be like, oh, let's, I don't know, just podcast. But I wasn't
to be
like, oh, I'm
fair-
here to be hosted.
To match you, I also hadn't accepted that I was.
Yeah,
hosting.
yeah,
And
exactly. But it's
for-
been
for
good,
a
thank
bit,
you.
yeah.
I'll tell you what. Okay, I'll say
That'd
this
be
is a Vinmin guarantee. If we do a season 2, you will host the finale again, if you want.
Yes.
I mean, I'll talk to you
accept.
about it after.
Yeah,
I think you've done a
no.
good job,
I think that.
I accept.
and
I'll be like, you know, when they have like Made in Chelsea end of parties. I don't watch that, by the way, but I see them advertised.
I have no idea.
and
But
there's
yeah.
always the same host, and none of them like the host. Don't be like that. Please like me. I need validation.
Leave a comment if you liked him.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
I'm on it, and let me tell you, I'm gonna plan the hell out of it.
Oh, that would be
It's gonna
cool.
good. Yeah,
Because
Yeah.
like I don't mind that you haven't planned, but it's like we're a bit like that where it's like we have these ideas and then we're like, oh, next time we should like
yeah. That's what season's 2 for. Season 2 is next
the
time.
crazy effort high production season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I love it. And Yaz, you need to tell me how you edit, so I can edit them for you next year or next season.
Okay.
Please make sure it's not next year. Please be this year.
yeah, we'll see.
We need it. There's so much just wrong going in the world. Don't take away
It's
Vinmin.
true. No, thank you though. It's nice actually. Like that. It's weird actually, isn't it? Like I just feel like I do actually care.
Yeah, and we do
A lot.
really love doing this. Like,
Yeah.
but
It's just effort.
It's high effort.
Yeah, it's high effort actually.
yeah.
I mean, it's taken hours. You know.
Yeah,
You've
that's
experienced
crazy.
it. Now you just knack it, and then it's like imagine you've got to edit now. Anyway.
Yeah.
But
You
yeah.
got to listen to that all again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got to listen to Joe.
And
People in the background.
God.
Ayo, smoke weed. So, okay. I'd like you both to do your sign off, and then I'm going to sign off.
do we have a sign off?
I guess we just say,
Bye.
all right, bye,
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 everyone.
bye.
See you.
Anyway, no, we should have a proper
Thanks.
sign off because it's the season
Yeah.
finale. Just
Well,
to
thanks for listening.
anyone who's listening, just thanks for being a loyal listener.
Very loyal if you're here.
And thank you to Tim as well for hosting. I think
Thank you
it's
very
been
much, Tim.
it's been
And Joe.
cool. Yeah, and Joe for featuring
For leaving this
like
holiday.
No, but it has been cool to be like it was such a random idea that I was because I like had been wanting
It's
to do a
cool. It's
podcast for
very
ages.
organic in a good way, isn't it?
Yeah, because then we did that one episode in like July or something, and then just didn't make another episode. We like put it on YouTube and then totally forgot about it, and then it was like 2023, and we were like, okay, we should just do Vinmin, and
Yeah.
like it's like we've spent a lot of time like every week for the past 3 months doing this, it's like
It is a
it's
lot.
become such a big part of our routine,
It
and
has.
Yeah.
like it's
You're gonna realise how much you don't miss it.
Yeah, we'll see.
yeah. No, but it's been
Nice to have a
it's been
break
cool.
though.
Yeah,
we'll see what happens.
one of Joe's friends actually, when we were talking to him on Thursday, anyway, about the podcast, and he was like, yeah, like you
yeah.
definitely won't regret it. And
Yeah,
like when
that's
he
true.
said that, I was like, yeah, like even though it's been like a lot of work, and like I know like we didn't expect to like blow up or anything, but it was like we just don't really care, like
Yeah.
like I don't know. Yeah, I think we're still glad that we did it, and it
Oh,
would
just
be
we've managed to do it. It's cool.
yeah.
And loads of cool things. Like, it's cool that I'm talking to you again, Tim. That's honestly my favourite. That's my season 1 Vinmin favourite moment. It's that you're back. So that's cool.
Back in your life.
Yeah,
and
it's really nice.
You revived the group chat.
That's
I remember
that too.
when
That was
did,
exciting.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
nice.
I'm trying to remember. I think I. You know, I was talking earlier about your Instagram, and I wasn't sure whether I was following your Instagram.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you putting Vinmin on your stories was when I realised you were Vinmin.
Yeah, also yeah, really. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
must
yeah.
have been crazy for you.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, cool, Vinny's doing a podcast.
Yeah.
Let's listen to it. And then I messaged you on Instagram, didn't I? And I hate messaging people on Instagram.
Oh, really?
Just like, can I WhatsApp you? I think I have WhatsApp you.
Oh, really? Yeah, that makes sense. No, it was so nice. I was so happy, wasn't I, when he messaged? I was like Tim messaged, and I was just like, so cool.
I'm so glad.
So yeah.
I think about you more than I think about a lot of other people, which is weird.
No, me too. So,
Good.
No.
Yeah.
And it's
And
nice
you
for me
don't
as
think
well.
about anyone else.
Like
yeah, but anyway, it's just been cool. Like,
yeah.
we'll keep that going, basically, Tim.
Yeah, baby.
Tim Vin's back.
No,
It's
just
been
so you
about
know,
Vinmin.
when after this call, I'm not talking to you again until you're Vinmin.
That, you know what, that might do it, Tim.
That's
if
it,
you want to make that
yeah,
sacrifice for the listeners.
No, I'm not willing. I've written a haiku.
Oh, really?
Yeah, while you were talking, I wasn't listening to anything you guys just said.
Do you have ADHD, Tim?
Yeah, my wife thinks I do, and
You might.
I know, and I've been told increasingly by people I work with that I might have ADHD.
Yeah.
But for the lovers, yeah, and even the haters.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Season 2, let's go. That's the Vinmin haiku.
Okay. Thank you. That's
You're welcome.
great.
That was I wasn't sure whether to do Let's Go season 2. I think
You're
going to
have to top it in season 2 hosting
I-
thing though. You've started
Would you
a
like-
thing.
I write haikus a lot. I love haikus. They're never good.
No,
Do you wanna hear my
that's why they're good though, because they don't have to be good.
Do you want to hear my favourite one?
Sure.
Haikus are easy, but sometimes they don't make sense. Refrigerator.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's a very good one.
Oh, I've made an. Okay, no. Oh,
If you
sorry,
made a haiku app, is that what you're about to say?
No, I've made an app for my wife. Have I told you about this?
You have.
Oh, I have told you about this.
I don't think Yas
I don't know
knows.
about
Yeah,
it.
you can bring it up
What
then.
is it?
Oh, but it's a spoilers because I was going to get you to test it, Vinny. Oh well, it's not too late. It's fine. You can still do that.
Yeah.
Basically, I for her birthday this year, I made an app where every single day she can get one new message. And once she's got that message for the day, that's the message for the whole day until tomorrow, where she can get another one. And so I'm just writing 365 messages of love and affirmation or things that her kids have said about her. This it's been going for like 6 days, and there's already 2 haikus in there.
That's funny.
Oh,
It's nice
That's
though.
lovely. That's so romantic.
Yeah, I've got to test
You've
it.
set the bar very high now.
Spoilers. Yeah.
But yeah, I think we can wrap it up
Is that
from
it?
here.
This could be
Yeah.
the end of Vinmin.
For
Wow.
now, the end for now.
Forever.
But anyway, we will let you go to your wife and children.
Yes.
To
Thank you for abandoning them to do the podcast.
Just want you to
Yeah.
say, you guys are the best.
Thanks, Tim. You're
I love
also
you
the
guys.
best.
Love you back.
Come
Don't
on.
stop
We love
Vinmin,
it.
please.
We got to keep it going now.
I know. There's so much love. It's good pressure. Just like enjoyment.
Also, no pressure.
No. Yeah.
no
it's
time.
fine.
No time constraint.
It's fine.
Just do. If you do one episode every 3 months.
Yeah, I feel like that's.
I think
we'll
that's
do.
that's what Actually, I don't know what the plan is, but I think that sounds okay to me. Put it that way.
It's sustainable.
For now.
All right.
Cool.
I'm gonna let you guys sign off because it's your.
Thanks, Tim. No, honestly, that's fine. This is how we sign off. We can't just say bye. We just drift off. Yaz cuts it at some point. Bye, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.